Why is this starting every time I mix? Yeah, I'll do that. All right, Doggies v Hawks. I don't know if the other game's still on. It might be actually because we had a bit of a late start. Connect. Encode to the go. Oh, we're live. I might have just been talking to myself there for 5 seconds. How's everyone going? Welcome to the live stream. Just fixed the light. I'm going to get a second light coming soon, so there's going to be more brightness on the streams. Hopefully these lights last their time, at least for the year, before maybe I can even better ones. I might get I might complement that one with a proper Stream Elgato light, key light. Those are sort of the industry standard, but unfortunately the one I currently have, I don't know, I just have it sitting there. It doesn't actually plug in. It doesn't have a port. Let's put the scarves on. I know it's only pre-season, but I haven't really been able to watch any of the pre-season games intently this year so far. Of the 3 games I think we've got 4. Carlton Geelong. We had GWS Sydney, Brisbane Gold Coast, and then we've got Melbourne Richmond on right now. Now, I don't know the result with that one at the moment. Oh, Bulldogs home. All right, scarves are there. Just pre-season though, it doesn't really matter too much. That's why I'm not expecting anything major on the stream. Just a good, enjoyable one, and one where we can actually properly talk footy and no other jargon. I don't want it to be one of those distracting streams where people are just talking about anything else. If you're not here to give a fuck about the game, just want to like tune in to just say g'day and ask me some questions, see what's going on with myself, fair. But if you don't give a shit about like what we're watching and you're just going to put in garbage, I'm not really going to entertain any of that tonight. I'm not asked to do so. Let's see who's in the chat. We got 50 odd in. Not a bad start. I will definitely take that start. Let's see. Footy Kicker says, yeah, and you've stopped the edits because I've sort of stopped the streams, to be fair. I've got to bring the variety of streams back again. I have no real need to do any PS5 streams, though, although they were fun. Maybe I'll bring them back on the More Cardman channel. Blaze in the chat. I wouldn't mind getting some Doggies and Hawks fans on at any stage just to have their word, just to have a little bit of a chat. There is also going to be a Discord so this isn't, well, yeah, it's Discord, but I can't really reveal it yet, but it is going to happen. So we need to get a certain amount of members for this to actually work well. But on Discord, if you've not joined the Discord server, join it. It's in the description. We'll have a tipping comp. Now it'll be separately run as opposed to what I normally do through ESPN Footy Tips. It's got nothing to do with it. You don't have to join it, but it is an 18+ comp because of the legalization, or like the restrictions and the regulations. It has to be 18+. But the prize pool is pretty solid, and like the chance of you winning go up, and the website is quite a fun one. But I can't talk about that on the stream because I'm not really supposed to. Dogs by 178, Hawks by 341. Is the latency any good? The latency's good. The issue with the last couple of streams though, whenever I hit the graphic for goals, it causes the stream to buffer for a couple of seconds, and I don't want that to be the case. It's actually a hindrance on further streams. I'll get rid of the whole thing if it's going to happen for the round 1 or opening round. 18+ rules out. Well, it's Discord only, and that's the thing. It's not going to be my official comp, and that's it's almost true. It's not quite true though. 90% of my audience. I'd like to think it's actually closer to 40-60. So I'd probably say genuinely there are more than 50%. I don't know. I actually don't know the proper figures, but you definitely see more of the under 18s on the street. I definitely get more of them come up, but that's probably something they more do anyways. Should I make it? Yeah, go on. That could make tonight's stream quite entertaining. It'll give you something to do if you want to do that. What's the like got? 18 likes. It's just not quite like it was back in the golden era when the likes were rolling in the hundreds. Very, very exciting times. Those golden era stream. Not really the golden era. There's no gold. I don't have an era. Neither do I have aura. Let's take a look at the team lineups for this game. For those that are interested, we'll just take a quick look here. Bulldogs and Hawthorn. So I believe fielding best available. It's going to be a wet one as well, I'm pretty sure. This is being played at Whitten Oval. So Lockie Jacks, Buku Karmas, Rory Lobb. Karma's playing the full back role. I wonder if they'll consider moving Norton to... Oh, so Sam Darcy's not playing again. So is he in doubt for opening round, or is he just being managed? I can probably take a little bit of a look at that actually in a bit further detail, because it doesn't seem like my chat half the time know anything. So I seem to be having to do all the research, and I don't know anything, you know, as much myself, just about. People reckon the game's going to be cancelled. Fuck. Well, let's just get this on KO, man. If I've taken time out of my night, because the thing is, I've got a busy bloody last few days. You've obviously seen a few more videos on the channel, and my ladder predictions need to be... Oh, I shouldn't be doing this on stream. Not like it's going to matter. It's not going to show on the screen anyways. But if this game doesn't go ahead somehow, which it should, I don't really know why it won't. It might be a delayed start. It's 3/4 time in Melbourne v Richmond. It's pre-game here. I'm going to just put it C. Luckily, we've got all the good coverage as well. So real coverage, real everything. Yeah, it's going. Why are people saying it's cancelled? Let's take a look at the radar. This could be interesting, because last night the weather was well, yesterday the weather in Sydney was horrendous. Flash flooding all around. I wonder if the rain has come from Sydney to Melbourne. That could be the case if it's shifted down south. I'm going to take a look at the radar. I'll take a look at the chat in a second here. It's not going to give me a good indication of how heavy the rain's going to be at all. I don't like that version of the radar. I like the one where you've got it. That's just saying it's going to be light. I don't believe it, because I'm just reading a couple of things on like Big Footy and a couple of others, and I'm just having a look at even what the commentary is saying. Can you guys know if it's going to bucket down later on? It's going to be bad for the quality of the game. It's really not good. It's not really going to help suit any side, to be honest, because you're not really going to get a true reflection of a serious game if it's going to be that wet. The Ballarat game was called. Really? Fucking never seen that before. They wouldn't do that in the real season, but would they do that in the real season? I don't know how bad it must have been real bad. Luckily, I didn't go ahead with that. I was considering it, but I was just too caught up with other things. I wouldn't have even made it in time for the stream if I had have scheduled it full time at 3/4 time. Yeah, that's the first I've seen that. Pretty disappointing. Luckily, we didn't play Ballarat on Friday. That would have been really a real letdown, making the trip up, then having to wait. I think there was a 30-minute delay for Lightning. I got there, I watched maybe a half a quarter. It wasn't much footy to watch at all. Oh, I don't really want... I got to get rid of that sign into chat. You can tell it's bugging me. It might be bugging... The hell? It's clearly signed in. I'm going to sign in again for the second time here. Come on. Work your magic. All right. So they're just going and bringing up graphics of Hawthorn's departures. So you definitely moved on a few players, probably more than I was expecting originally. Well, maybe not actually. A couple trades. James Warple moving to the Cats. Jath. That was a little bit more surprising. His trade, but he was sort of on the outs anyways. Come on, it's give me this 2-step verification to sign into my own account. So when's the rain going to start coming? Is it going to start like bucketing down early, or will we be able to see a quarter dry foot? There's the Bont. I think I'm going to have the Bont for the Brownlow this year, but I don't want to talk too much, give you too much. I think he's my pick. He looks healthy. He's going to be in for a big fit year, full year. If he's in for a full year, I probably think the Bulldogs will find a way to make finals. All right. Have I signed in so I can actually read the chat and a couple of other things as well? It looks like I'm all set. That's what it's telling me. And now it's saying that there's something went wrong. Oh no, never mind. It's good. Lovely. Is the audio... Just testing. Guess what I had to put? Guess what came with the mail the other day? Something that I've already owned at least twice. Ken Hinckley's the commentator. Well, I think he's going to do a pretty solid job. He knows the game quite well. Rain might start near 7:40 p.m. So we might get a quarter of footy and then we might be fucked. If the game gets called off, look at that. Even I'm getting a warning. The thunderstorms have moved west to east. Even I'm getting a real warning. Last night we got a bit of a thunderstorm. It was a bit of a mild one, but it was enough for me to actually get a little bit excited. I don't mind the feeling of a thunderstorm. Hearing thunder go off and lightning whilst you're in bed, it actually is quite soothing. Not to all. A couple of the lightning strikes were real close to where I was, where I'm living. So it was like a couple kilometers away. So to some that's a little bit scary, but to others, you'd be a real pussy to think that's scary. I don't know what the chat thinks of lightning and thunder, but if we get, I don't think tomorrow will be a worry because tomorrow obviously I'm pumped for the Saints game in Ballarat. I think it's just been a weird day because earlier today it was actually really hot, and just in the car, baking under the sun. Even though it didn't it wasn't a 30+ degree day, I don't think it just felt like it was like a sauna in the car, and I don't think I've ever sweat more in my life, apart from like a sauna or whatnot. So it was bad. We'll chuck some. Hopefully these headphones actually work. Haven't seen your ladder ranking. I haven't had my ladder ranking released yet, but we'll do ideally tomorrow at 11 a.m. But there's still quite a bit of work that needs to get done for me to actually have it ready and finished, because obviously I want it ready and finished soon. Quite a number of creators have released their ladder predictions, and I'm pretty ready to release mine. Although I say that, I'm not actually sure where I'm going to have the team. So this could influence maybe a ladder position or two. I'm going to try not to let me have this game influence my ladder predictions too much because it's pre-season, and you can't read too much into it. But you can read a little bit into it to see like how you expect certain plays to go, different roles, and possibly some pre-season morale. You never know. Like Carlton have quite a lot of it. They're going a little bit overboard in terms of their hype heading into the 2026 season. But I'm actually starting to maybe jump on the Carlton bandwagon. I had them 14th in my early ladder predictions, and now I might raise that, but I don't know how much I'd raise it. Maybe I'll still stay at 14th. You never know. They have still a tough draw. I don't think they're going to win many games in the first few rounds. I love how bad we thought Carlton was going to do this year. They still could do really bad. They still could have a sacking midway through the season. It's not confirmed, but it does look like they're playing with a little bit more freedom. Maybe they've broken the shackles a little bit after a couple of departments. Maybe it's that literally Jagger Smith has helped them. Ball uses look to be a lot more improved, and they're looking to move on and play on from most opportunities they get. Still some skill areas, obviously, but looking different enough for me to think there could be a change, but it could just be a false hope. I don't know. I'm not going to read heaps into it. I didn't watch much of the Carlton Geelong. Actually, I take that back. I watched it. I just didn't really make a content on it. Where's the link to your Discord server? Well, everyone says on the daily just about that it keeps expiring, but I keep putting in new links that shouldn't expire. So I'll put in another link again. But we'll have that members only Discord tipping comp with some prize pool, also a normal tipping comp that people want me to release. I'll have it ready early in the week. Tips and all that will be back. Why wouldn't they? I can't actually find. I forget what I said. Obviously, I know where the link is. Wait, got to go to my server, not my private account. So interesting to see how the Dogs are going to go this year. What do you guys think in the chat? I mean, obviously the defense is a real question mark heading into 2026. Has Bevo got that under control, or is it going to be another similar story where it's just going to be what cost them a lot of games against the top clubs? Like they've got Brisbane opening round, so that's going to be interesting. Get on the way. Hopefully scores and all that are working fine on the stream as well. Hopefully there's not too much of a delay. Interesting to see if we'll get a full game as well. Yeah, I'm back in the content groove the last few days. I know it's been sounding like a broken record, but I will get a chat with Cardi going, and I might even maybe a drive with Cardi. Davidson's got the first goal in the first 10 seconds. He's someone I've got a keen eye on for fantasy, but maybe more just for the sake of his development. Really good year in this first year, Sam Davidson, and they get the first goal. Now, this is going to be a real testament. If it fucks up with this whole lag, I might not persist with this for the stream. Let's see. I'll click on it. Let's see. Yeah. Didn't even give the book. Why did it not give the Can never ever get it right with OBS? I wonder if anyone knows why that's the case. Should I put the light on? You know what? I hope the lightning. Actually, I hope the lightning stays away. I don't want to be sitting here for 3.5 hours. Hopefully, the stream lasts the intended amount. Why did you put Crows 5th? Well, if you're talking about my early later predictions, I give reasoning there, albeit it's very surface level reasoning and with not much thought research put into it. It was kind of like a 5-minute, last-minute PowerPoint presentation put together. It was very minimal, nothing to be taken serious, but people obviously still take it serious no matter what I do. Did you see the Grundy ruck loophole? Is this a fantasy thing? I've been listening to a couple of fantasy podcast. Oh shit, there's a fantasy league. Some guy wants me to, there's a fantasy draft I could be actually doing live on this stream. Let me get back to the guy. He's doing a fantasy draft with content creators. Now I know I'm going to be covering the game. Should I say yes and say I can, as Norton is going to put home a second? Let's capitalize the dry weather Bulldogs. I say I don't remember if they're that great under the wet environment. I don't think they're as good as Hawthorn. What's the whole Grundy shit? Sorry, I'm just going to have to miss some of the chat. Do you think Bont will be good? I think he's still Brownlow caliber. Widden Oval's quite cool. I've actually never been, which is quite surprising to some because I'm covering the stadiums quite a bit. Actually, I'm not even going to respond yet. I want to know if he's missed it. He's bloody missed it from like 5 out.
So no Barris tonight.
Can do that sometimes, Aaron Norton. Maybe you just move him down back. I don't mind that as an option. You got Sam Darcy, Jordan Croft, number of smalls, Riley West. Who else have I got? Cody Waitman. Is he in this? When's his expected return? I'm actually gonna have a little look.
Second season, but he was out
He's
of the
not
team
obviously in the side here.
Motivated him
It's too loud. Well, I'll turn it down. You don't have to hit me with a broken heart like I've done something really bad. No, Grundy did a smart play of the new right. Oh, that! I thought you meant fantasy. Yeah, I saw that on Gorringe's Instagram. Gorringe pretty much gives me all the news coverage these days, doesn't he? With everyone else, as with everyone else with all this. Did you see Scoops' top 50 list? Yes. I've egged him on a little bit. If I see him tomorrow at the game, I'll be sure to ask him why he actually has him and a few other blunders he's got. Like, I don't... As much as I respect and rate Max Hall as a player, he was awesome for us in 2025. And I think he'll be possibly an All-Australian sneaky in 2026. I don't quite think he's a top 50 player, but neither are like a lot of other those St Kilda players. He's got 9 Saints players on the list. Maybe we'll show you... We'll have a look at it We'll have a look at it at half time. I also want to have a watch of Coast Club's ladder predictions because I got quite a bit to critique. I don't know why him in particular. I just had it on for the first 3 minutes and I couldn't continue watching it. There were just too many flaws. The Saints second, what the fuck? I think they're finishing 14th. I didn't put them 14th, mate. What merit do you have to putting them in 14th? If we finish in 14th, the whole of Moorabbin will be flipped on its head. Like, literally, membership sales will be halved. They'll be completely fucked if we finish 14th. It'd be the biggest failure of a season that I can remember. What did Lachlan say? West Coast signed a new player today named Millen Murdoch. Never heard of the bloke. Scoops had Max King in the top 20 best players. I think he had him in 30th. But he could get to that stage, but he's not at that stage right now. He's missed too much footy. Too inconsistent. There's Croft. Nice. That was Croft, right? He's number 16. Jordan Croft. He's got a different haircut on the website though. He's got the locks. So 1 goal, 1. I just hope that the scores don't glitch tonight. He's someone that he's going to get more opportunity this year. He's probably a big excitement for Bulldogs fans. Why the fuck is the score doing that? I think I know why. And you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. Just going to add to it. Let's see. So you're not going to the game. I am going to the game. Which game are you talking about? This game? I was contemplating going to the Carlton v Geelong game in pre-season, the first one. But I ended up not doing either of streaming or going. I just watched it on TV instead. Is Ginnivan still rocking the bleach bars? We'll just look at the latest Ball Magnets podcast and give your answer. You're going to a game this round? Yeah, I'm going tomorrow. What jumpers are being worn tonight? Just the regulars. Hawthorn have their, I guess it's sort of their away-ish kit. They've got the white shorts, but the home Guernsey, which I like. I noted all of the new changes over the new season on my latest video, so go check that out if you haven't already. It's starting to pick up. They seem to do quite well though, so thank you Andy and co. Newcomb goes short, and there's Jack Ginnivan on cue. Go and hit that like button. Let's try and aim for 150 likes on this stream. We've got a chance. We're definitely doable. Let's just hope for no. I guess no bad vibes would be a starter, but let's just hope for a stress-free stream. Should be stress-free. I'm not watching my own team. Ginnivan has put it through. Why would it not be stress-free? Pre-season anyways. Like, there's nothing on the line. I'm looking forward to when the real season starts for fantasy as well. I think that's going to be really exciting to get stuck into fantasy in 2024, 2026. Don't know where the 4 came out of. Do you guys want to see a fantasy league? Do you guys want to see that happen as well? It's probably going to be a week of round 1 sort of thing. And also some super coach. Thank you for hyping the new vid. Don't know what that will actually do to it, but thank you. We'll push like if you say up the Hawks. Well, I've tipped them by 9 in my unofficial tipping, so I think that deserves a like. Although they haven't started red hot. The Hawks have the wood over the Dogs though as a recent as you get the form. Or the head-to-head in the last 20. They've won 14 of the last 20 games. So the Dogs are the Hawks' bunny. So I'm looking at fantasy right now. I might actually at halftime add a few changes because there are a few locks that I have in mind 100%. I may as well just chuck them in so I've at least got something, even if it's just the locks. Karmas. I like Karmas. He can switch him wherever he wants. He's gonna contribute. He's got that tank. He's got the aerial ability as well. He can leap. Who's the pre-season premier? Well, depending on like, obviously it'd be nice if they brought back some form of pre-season comp, like the Wizard Cup back in the day, which they won't. Players aren't going to want that, and they're going to have to start pre-season probably a couple of weeks earlier, and that's just not something that the fans might want it. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's too long. But I'd say if the Saints, I dare say, if the Saints win by 50+ points, if you add all of the points and against together with a percentage, we probably will be the premiers. We typically play pre-season well. Windsor was the biggest lock from the last game. From Melbourne players, I heard Jack Steele could be an option. I'm not too sold on Jack Steele though. I know he's going to get more minutes and he'll provide that grunt in the middle, but I don't think he'll be a consistent player. I don't know if you know what his price is. There's another goal for the Hawks. Mitch Lewis puts it through. He's also set for a big year. Got a huge upside, Mitch Lewis, and hasn't fully reached his potential with abrupted with injuries. I don't want to I don't want to just like take this game, even though it's preseason. Like with these streams this year, I really want to like put a lot of attention to the games just for the sake of like review and analysis if I ever want to do that in the future for content or just in general. Like, so I have just more of an understanding of how teams are going to go. It's probably easier when you're not streaming because you don't have to worry about entertaining. I took Steele out after seeing that game, but he was solid. So you had him in beforehand. Oh, shit. Shit. I've figured out how to fix that, though, but I don't know why it's still happening. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck right off. Like, just shove that up down the drain. If you could hear that, we all know what I'm talking about. Mackenzie inside 50. Mackenzie's someone who needs... because Hawthorn, I like their midfielders coming through. I think Josh Ward was really impressive in the match sim. Why is there a Gold Coast fan? But Mackenzie was not as impressive. Melbourne being able to advantage. Lightning delay, I think. I think the Lightning just it got to a stage where what was the point of continuing? The two clubs made the decision. They're like, nah, we'll just shake hands and walk off the field, call it a day. Again, if it was a real game, I would have thought that the game would just continue and carry on. Because when Essendon and St Kilda played in that infamous lights out game at Waverley, they continued the next week on a Tuesday, when I could have easily seen them just end the game there, but that would have been a bit unfair, I guess, because the Saints were a chance. They didn't win the game though. Why does the boundary line look like it looks quite caved in there? Why is the width of the ground longer than the actual boundary line, like a lot longer? Yeah, Butterick, they were saying in what I've been reading up that he could be a possibility, but he'll be a lock to get games. That's for a certain. What's his current role at the Dogs? Because if he's like a lockdown defender, I wouldn't have him in. But if he's like a running intercept defender, maybe. I don't really know the role. McDonald might be in B and F contention. Yeah, he's going to be a possible chance. I think he'll be top 3 in their best and fairest if I had to make the call, but I'd still think it's hard to go past Newcomb. He's going to do a lot of the work on his own. Lockdown defender, but the Dogs are a good fantasy team. But lockdown defenders don't spark me as players I'd have in my team, fantasy-wise. I mean, unless he's like really good value. Riley West puts the goal through for the Dogs, and they kick their third. He kicked, I want to say, like 45 goals. Can you guys hear, by the way, audio here, or have I asked the graphic? Is there no audio? It doesn't really matter if there's no audio too much. I'll have to make a little Google form soon, so you guys can pick your songs. But cheers, Skipper, as well, for the comment before about the scoreboard. I don't think I'm going to go too much crazy with the more graphics over the next week. Like when opening round starts and I do a few streams, I'll stream all 4 games of the non-Vic games, obviously the non-Saints game. And I'm trying to see if I can get a guest or 2 on. Maybe a guest I haven't gone on before, but still want to keep it of a good balance. I don't want it to be like over the top with guests all the time. Like I want to probably have more. It'll be easier for me to just have more streams on my own, anyways. Lockie Jacks has been really good this pre-season. Well, there's good signs for the Bulldogs and heading into the opening round game against the Lions. Is this like for their back 6? So I'm just having a look at it. It's Jacks, Karmas, Lobb, Butterick, O'Donnell and Bramble. On paper, it's not amazing, is it? But is that what they're looking at? Keeping it? Like, what's happening with like Busslinger? He's on the bench.
With the Bureau, who say that the storm activity is about 30 to 40 kilometres away at the moment. Of course, the lightning rule comes into effect if it hits a 10-kilometre
lightning rule's at 10. So the temperature's quite high right now. It's a bit of like a classic summer storm that we're getting at the moment here in Melbourne. The Dogs go into the attack once more, and it could be an easy goal at the back there. Take your pick, Oscar Baker. Lovely goal. Well, not lovely at all. That was fucking easy, but lovely positioning.
that was quick hands, elite hands going forward with the ball, shape on the ground, and then they get
He's an emergency.
2v1 in the air, which Morrison misses, and that leaves an open goal over the back. But that is Bulldogs football.
Are you going to stream? Oh, mate, you don't listen. That's what annoys me with these stuff. You do not listen. I appreciate the interest in the question, but I've said multiple times that I am going. I've got, yeah, I said I got a couple of things from Amazon. How good's Amazon? You order something on midnight, and it comes 9 o'clock the next morning. Like I got the whole 4 things that I ordered the next morning. I was expecting to come maybe the end of the day. Anyways, what did I get? Got this shit again. We're not going to talk about why I have to get that again. I had to get another one. We've got something that I can't show because on my camera. And we've got this. Oh no, that's the thing. Where did I put it? I feel like I've got more. I know I've got this. It's like shit. It's an attachment.
So he was up against Gunston, so
didn't realise how expensive these were. They're not too expensive, but I've got to find a way to put this together from now till tomorrow. Have a bloody guess as to what this could possibly be, because to the naked eye, I couldn't tell you. It looks like it could be anything. It honestly looks like it's fucking rocket science to put together. I'm really shit with gadgets and putting stuff together and instructions and like DIY. Like don't ever call on me for that. I maybe I've got a bit of dyslexia. I don't know, but I'm really shit with it all. What's the bet the microphones don't last the footy? No, if you say that, actually no, you know, fuel against the fire. So say everything you want to say. What I really need though is a really good camera bag. I was considering actually getting one. You know those how Timo do those cent rewards, like you spin a wheel and all that, but you have to pay a minimum. I was considering just adding one of those to a couple of other things that could have been useful, but then I thought against it just because I'm like, how much would I trust a Temu camera bag? Will that actually last the season even if I don't lose it? Are you going to opening round? If I didn't go to opening round, it'd be quite sad, wouldn't it? Like, imagine I just sat home to watch the game. You're talking about the Saints game, yeah? Looks like a car speaker. A couple of people reckon it's a speaker. Any more guesses? Timo? I said Temu, mate. Is the Dogs' defense still garbage? Well, that's the thing, right? If I'm going to be paying more attention to some of these things in the chat, as opposed to actually watching to see how the defense structures against Hawthorn's four-line, then I can give you a proper answer. But the entry, I need to check the entries, but it's the Dogs that have certainly had a lot more of it, and it doesn't feel that locked in, I guess, to how I think it should be. Let's have a look.
Umpire goes down.
Emmett gets the tap.
Any big challenges? Yeah, there'll be some big challenges. What are big challenges? What would you consider a big challenge? What would you want to see as a viewer and as an enjoyer of the stuff that I do? Why are you not at the game, Blake?
Where the pressure builds, that's repeat stoppage in the
well, obviously there'll be some big videos. There are always some big videos, but to the extent how big are the big videos going to get, who knows? Because I don't know what opportunities I might get given. Who fucking know? It might just be the same as last year. No, which would be pretty disappointing if it was. Nice work there, Karmas, taking whoever that was to the candy shop. I couldn't see. But how good is it to see some proper quality 4K vision on KO? This is what I expect to be paying my money when subscribing to KO. This sort of stuff. Last night, the Sydney v Gold Coast game was it? No, not Gold Coast. GWS. It was cut out. They cut the fucking broadcast out because of the rain. You did not. You said Temu. Timo. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't reckon I did say that. Ken Hinkley is on the commentary. Couldn't be stuffed. Probably had no one to go with, and I can understand that. If I wasn't really making content and I didn't have anyone to go with, it's good to go. Like, it's be a good game to get to for a Friday night. Get a few beers on the hill with a few other people. It's probably what a lot of people are doing, so I wouldn't want to go to the bar. I'd avoid the bar at all costs. You did Stadium Challenge last year. Thought you might have something planned. Not like that, but that was like something you couldn't really Well, I'm not going to reveal what I have actually. How about that? But again, that is something that I had to plan quite a far bit in advance. I couldn't have just thought of that like a week before opening round because I had to go to opening round and all that stuff. So, like for videos, right? Yes, I've got videos, but I haven't got anything like mega that I need to start planning now. So there's that at least.
Jakes, who's right in line to make his debut in opening round.
Probably don't go to a game till round 7. That's pretty shit. Why? I'd go to a Bulldogs game with you before then. What are the Bulldogs' first 6 games looking like? I'll have a look at the next stoppage. What did you think, Sam Moss signing an 8-year contract? Good on him. Gives them a bit more, gives the club a little bit more certainty, I guess, heading into the future. Because if he can get his body right, which it's probably an understated how many games he's missed, because he hasn't, well, overstated, I should say, because he hasn't really missed as many as people think. He looks so fucking good on the Wednesday. Look at all those people with a phone out. What are they going to do with that? Put it on TikTok and get 4 views. He has had a really good pre-season. He had like I think it might have been John Ralph as Gunston puts home another. I wonder how many goals he'll kick this year. Probably less than last year. John Ralph puts some tweet out saying, oh yeah, look at this. Question marks already surrounding the new contract extension. 3 minutes into like the game where he got injured. It was like a hit though. He went back out there fine and he had like 30 and kicked like one of the best goals you'll see in a preseason game. So I think Walsh could be a key reason to why the Blues make a rise. He's good. Obviously, will you still play Fordham Park even though I don't even know if Caden's playing Fordham Park this year. I don't actually know. I haven't really committed to much of that yet. But with Waddle Park, it's sort of like you can just slot right into it whenever you want. And I think that's probably what I'm going to do.
The state of origin experience with him, the players, you know, Darcy and Ben King.
I don't really know of anyone who I would enjoy having as a teammate that were playing last year, like that I'm more close to, like Has or like Druzy even. I don't know if they're playing. I don't know. Haven't checked. I'm working the 2 games before I go. Then I'm oh yeah. That's just puts like a little bit of a dour mood towards the pre-season. Like towards the start of the footy season, as opposed to a few years ago that you can't even go to your first couple of games because of work. Fuck that. It doesn't really make the feeling of footy as fun, or as something to look forward to as much. I just couldn't really see myself missing early St Kilda games for work, depending, I guess, on what the what work is. I guess if it's stacking shelves like you're doing, or whatever, fuck that over watching the Saints. What about Scoops? Well, don't worry. He fries patties at 3 PM on a Thursday, so he's fine. He's fine. Might be seeing him tomorrow. We can reunite Ballarat like last year. Well, no, that was year before then, 2024. We went to Ballarat.
I was going to say, hopefully that's a throw. I don't know how he got rid of it.
Why did that not show? I think the Bulldog score thing's broken. I quite enjoy just watching it now, having to worry about it. It doesn't matter about content. I know you don't care, and I don't think you're actually taking footy stuff seriously. I see that the NBA channel is still doing really well, but you don't need to worry about content. You can just go to a game for the support of your club with a few people. You know, I'd be going for content at least. Go back to Pizza Hut, yeah, maybe for dinner. Like it might just be too much to do beforehand. I might go for dinner because that'll be a good. What time does that close? If it closes early, I might not be able to. Like it's good to go every now and then as a treat, as a bit of a luxury, because there are very few locations surviving those dine-in Pizza Huts, all in rural Australia. Let's just quickly take a look here. Oh, Sammy's in the chat. I'm actually gonna mention actually what the plans might be if you stick around for a little bit on the stream. Don't have to, though.
The ice creams and
All right, so I'm actually now taking my attention away from the fucking game real quick to check something. I just want to check what are the last remaining dine-ins, as Annie pointed out recently in the chat. Is the one in Ballarat still? Yeah, it is still running. It looks like. All right, so there's an option for dinner. We could do what we did last time, Sammy.
Pizza was the answer. Ginnivan, Butterick.
Yeah, Dogs event still looks a little bit lackluster. Oh, what was that from Chol?
Chol's kick.
They're not playing man on man, letting Hawthorn plays loose. So I got to change the Bulldogs. Why is it not doing it?
And Hawks have got the great shape behind the ball.
I was there today. Funny, you weren't there today.
And then he is taken down.
You were there at the Pizza Hut today.
Being penalised so
Bullshit, mate.
Well, if anyone's got the licence to take them on and maybe do a little bit more than...
Did you go to the game with Duxie today? It doesn't actually surprise me, to be honest, but...
Kennedy couldn't have done much more. And
No, I thought you had better things to do than that.
The West Australian mid-season draft pick last year doesn't quite reach Baker.
I guess if you're in the footy mood to make a little trip, nothing's wrong with that. You went there stayed at the same hotel. Are you staying at a fucking hotel? I mean, like, it's probably worth it. You're going to Ballarat tomorrow. There's no point in going back home. He's leaving at 7. I'm basically alone until 2. Duxie's staying the night in Ballarat. Too late for him to drive back home. He doesn't. The drive back home from Ballarat isn't even that bad. It's only 2 hours. Anyways, back to the game. Weddle tries to weight his kick to no avail.
Doesn't reach Croft, instead Scrimshaw.
These are these spares that they're allowing Hawthorn to have back behind the ball.
Nice in-step grab there from Artie Jones, who I didn't think was that player to do that, and he's got the excitement that Bulldogs fans would be looking forward to this year. There's Croft again, and he's kicked the goal. He's kicked his second. He's kicked 2 goals to finish off his last couple games, I believe, to finish off 2025. And he looked good in the match gym, and he's already kicked 2 tonight. There you go. Croft. I drive further to go to local games. Yeah, but, I mean, you can't question my commitment, at least, for effort in terms of going to games and time taken to get to certain games, I guess. But I know, you've 3-4 hours you can sometimes take from where you live. Technically, what was the drive to Mount Gambier? Was 6 hours. 6, maybe 7 if you include the extra hour drive. Can you watch the game on 7 Plus? No, I'm watching it on KO right now. It's easy. Less latency delay. No, it's just a smoother, more enjoyable experience. Hawthorn getting a little bit beaten up in the midfield at the moment. I'm going to check the stats. Good thing we can check stats at quarter time. Marcus Bontempelli. It'd be nice, instead of you just putting those comments in, you give me some questions on certain clubs. Test my footy brain heading into the season. Test what I know. Challenge me. I don't know. People don't challenge me enough, and I mean, I can get a lot of takes wrong and a lot of things wrong. But I don't feel like my audience does enough of that. There were people asking for Cardi today. Really? I'm guessing like 10-year-olds were asking for me. I doubt there were like many 22-year-old really good-looking females are asking for my presence, because if you would have known me that bit earlier, I would have made my way down to Ballarat and stayed the fucking night with one of them. You think Zach Butters will stay with Port? Uncertain about that one. Probably not, unless Port have a good year. I really don't think he'll stay. He's not good for Port Adelaide, obviously. Croft tries to get in there, doesn't. We'll give away a free, I believe. When was the last AFL game that was played at the Western Open? 1997. Yeah, don't think I don't know that. Oh, Chol's just looking to get one. Tried to fly. Oh, that's legs. Got his legs there. Look at that. Given away again. Gunston's going to feed on that, and he does. He's kicked it. So even though the Dogs have had more opportunity, more entries, more of all that, it's only a 9-point game. They shouldn't be giving away so many easy goals. The hottest grand final in the history. Why do you want to know that? Was it the West Coast Hawthorn game in 2015? It could have been that. Oh, that might have been tied with another really hot game. I'm not 100%. Thoughts on the new rules? Hey, look, as a St Kilda fan, I'm not going to say anything bad about the new ruck rule because it's only going to advantage St Kilda, allowing the freedom of Tom McConey to go on the air and use his natural leaping ability. That's going to win us more first use of the footy. So I'm not going to criticise that rule, but obviously we've seen some early on some pretty big controversies. Only pre-season, you know. Almost had a bad Shannon Neal injury. I actually watched that live, yeah, Geelong fans were particularly not very happy with the fact that he was even playing in that position. But Geelong have real ruck issues, and they've fucked up without, you know, not being able to recruit any ruckman. Would have loved to recruit Marshall, obviously. Thankfully, they didn't. Kennedy loses it there as Ward goes inside 50. Can the Bulldogs hold strong in the last 30 seconds? You'd think that they would have trained for this, the last 30 seconds of quarters, to not concede in red time. I don't know how many red time goals the Dogs tend to concede, but I do know that the Dogs last year, I'm pretty sure they conceded runs of 6 goals in a row at least on 4 or 5 occasions. And in a lot of those games were against top 6 sides. So, you know, Hawthorn probably a top 6 side this year. I'll see if they prevent that this time around. 15 seconds. Could be the last dry quarter of the game. Most likely will be. So it'd be nice if we saw a high-scoring game, but it's probably going to fade away. And Watson will get the mark there. So once again, they just can't do enough to limit the threat. And Selwood, who I'm not overly familiar with, couldn't quite pick up on that. Couldn't affect that contest. Where is Australia? I'm not going to... Oh, no, wait. Where in Australia was Messiah Wangman Miller? Was it SA? I don't know how local. I know he's an SA born player. Are you coming up with Geordie? Because all I know is... No, I'll just drive up on my own. Oh, they've given away 50. What happened there? Oh, he ran around the mark. Wow. That's a bit unlucky. Imagine that was in a real game. That would be a lot more costly. Good time. It's a pre-season game. You can make sure you don't fucking do that again there, Watson. Although that was stiff. I'd love to see a replay. They're quarter time. And even though, as expected, I've watched less of the game as intently as I'd like to, it has been a pretty solid start in terms of just an enjoyable game of footy on a pre-season. What else have I got on a Friday night? Well, in theory, I actually probably did have plans, but my mates make these really annoying late plans after I've already put in, I've committed to a stream, after I've already committed to X, after I've already committed to Y. I still haven't even, like, gotten my ladder predictions written down, so I've got to do, like, literally most of that. And I really want to release them before I leave to go to Ballarat tomorrow. But I'm just putting my own bloody safety on the cards in a way. Because if I'm going to be driving, let's say on 3 hours sleep to Ballarat, I'm going to be struggling to stay awake. So I'm either I abandon that idea, or I just go ahead with it and get a couple of energy drinks or some caffeine. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to have to do, but sometimes you're just going to have to go for it. And right now, I'm making up for wasted time that I have had over the last couple of weeks, and I'm now doing a lot in a short period of time to just be ensured I'm ready for the footy season. Yeah, it sounds healthy. It can't be something that will be sustainable, but I mean, I've done it before, and I haven't actually been able to find that in me until recently, where I've actually been able to stay up late to do that stuff. Anyway, Shane Warne on the ad. It's approaching, what is it, 4 years since his passing, so I wonder if there'll be another... well, I was going to say there was never... No, I thought for a second there was a Shane Warne game, but it was just a pre-season game in 2022. That was the week he did die. It was actually a St Kilda Essendon. Why does St Kilda and Essendon always play in pre-season? We always see the same teams. Hawthorn Bulldogs, I've seen before, last year. How can I watch this game live? Does anyone know any free websites or channels? Who do you support? Who are you a fan of? Probably doesn't help answer your question though. I'm not one to know many of the live illegal websites. You might get a couple that are working, but for pre-season, I'm not as sure.
Join the Starlight Super Steps Challenge. Walk or run 10,000 steps a day in May and raise vital funds to make hospital.
But yeah, as usual, like as typical Bulldogs games are, it's a high-scoring affair, and I think they're going to want to address that. They would have addressed that leading into the year, hoping to limit that. Yes, they can score. Oh, I don't want to see the same ad played this many times. What's going to be the new Telstra ad in 2026? Because Telstra ad obviously has dropped off in relevancy really quickly. Too relevant though last year. I milked it too much. But what will the new shit ad be? The new real annoying ad that you want to pull your hair out when it's on. You wish you didn't have eardrums. You know, when the ad plays, it just keeps repeating. I don't know. I haven't seen many contenders yet, but we're only in February. Who's my mate that has a mullet? I've got many mates that had and have mullets. Sammy says, fair enough, mate. I'll be alone from 10 a.m. so let me know whenever. If you wanted to get, I will definitely be keen on that, going to the Pizza Hut again, because it's not like I live in Ballarat and I could just go to that Pizza Hut every single fucking day. That would be very unhealthy, but it's basically a 1 in every 2 years opportunity. I probably have it once every 3 years, get the opportunity anyway. So I'd be down to have that. Geordie still, you know, Geordie's ticket hasn't come through for me, so he had me a ticket all sorted. It still hasn't come through. He said he sent it twice, so I'm just a little bit fearful that I'm not going to be able to be let in. Are you excited for the 2026 season? No, I'm not. Fucking dreading it. Yeah, I'm down for the Pizza Hut again if you can get there early enough. Even if not, like after the game, if Geordie said wouldn't mind, because after the game will be around the time that I'd want to get food anyways, and I'd prefer to get food before heading back. I think I'm going to do a couple of, if I can get to the game maybe an hour before or earlier, I'll try and do some interviews around the ground. But I haven't got my, just some like interviews just for part of the video I want to do. But I haven't got the microphone stick with me right now, so I might have to pick it up on the way there. Just take it from Chris. Oh, Sarah's in the chat. Sarah, can you ask Chris what he's doing tomorrow? If I can drop by his place on the way to Ballarat and pick up his microphone head and all that crap. Or can you make a quick flight to Melbourne and just do it for me? I'll be in a few games with Nick round 1. Yeah, sick. It's good that there'll still be some form of a community. Wait, Nick's going to... Wait, really? Nick's going to go to Melbourne in round 1. I'll be down on him coming along with me for the first game of the season. Oh shit, I've missed that AFL fantasy draft that guy was talking about, and I've completely ghosted him. Fuck. Shit, mate.
You've run to us, now you've got to run to the box. Good luck.
Identify the box, hey? We might have heard of him before, the number 4.
It's kind of like getting beaten over the head with a stick. You can't ignore it.
No,
that's not good.
I mean, he's just such a great player.
Yeah, cheers, Sarah. I'll be in a few games with Nick. Is he going to Melbourne for the first game of the season? Or Carlton Richmond? Surprised he's fucking made the effort after last year. Anyway, second quarter. Nick, not even that he hasn't told me. I'm surprised he hasn't made a post about it. Something you do. Maybe he hasn't. I haven't really caught up. This really will be a 125 to 112 game. Oh, Croft has kicked a 30er off the ground. He looks like he's so dynamic. He can do anything. He's better than Sam Darcy. Give him $1 million a year. 3 goals already in the first minute of the second quarter. He is exciting. Or is it just a sugar hit period for him? I don't know, but he's certainly looking good. Fuck's sakes. Facebook he did? Yeah, well, I don't really care about Facebook. G'day, Jesse. Let's get some more chats, and if you are watching, you got anything you want answered, if there are any particular players that you wanted to keep an eye on, let me know what you think I think of them, or what you want to know what I think of them heading into the year, what I think of these clubs heading into 2026. I can give you my shitty surface level analysis on it, but anyways, hit me, fire away. Fuck, I forgot. Oh, I actually just remembered. I forgot to ask Chris about Sunday this whole week. Man, it's like he's probably not having a spare Sunday, is he? Well, I'll ask him anyway. He's in the chat. Sunday, Chris, are you fucking free on Sunday? We have to film AFL ladder predictions in public again. New shopping centre, new format. But I haven't. I want to get you back on for the filming. I want to get the same people, maybe another one, but not sure yet with that. You did well last time round, so I figured I'd ask, but I forgot to fucking ask. It's probably too late. Oh, I've got others if you can't do it, but I would like to get you involved, obviously. Haven't really done anything with you in a bit. Haven't done anything with the community in a very long time, because the community is as dead as the Telstra meme. As Mitch Lewis lines up for his second, and that won't go through. That won't even make the distance. It'll be rushed over for the first behind a Hawthorn in the pre-season game for them. I'm taking him to Icon for the Thursday for his first time. He's been to Elwood and Oval. Yeah, I'll definitely catch up with Nick. I haven't. Have you got McDonald in your forward line? He'll be in my forward line. Yeah, he'll be in my forward line. What's his score at right now? What time? I can around 2:30 p.m. on. I was thinking of an earlier time. I was thinking of doing 11 to 3 because I do want to do one more pre-season stream if I can. I'm actually quite keen to do another pre-season game just to get me ready for opening round. Just one more little warm up. That's a bit shit. That's okay though. I'm not going to be too worried about that. I've got Lockie at least. What's happening on Sunday? I need someone decent enough that isn't going to charge a hefty amount that can run my camera pretty well, that knows me well enough, just to help film for a few hours. I've got others I can ask. I just sort of left it too late. Can't be doing that in the season for bigger projects. As Joel Fraser, can't fucking speak, kicks his first. And the lag is occurring again on this on the stream deck. Which is that? Oh, I really hope we get some lightning and thunder here. Hopefully it doesn't just hit the Whitten Oval area. Hopefully it hits the southeast Melbourne suburbs. Footy starts in 6 days, says Sarah. Yes, and do you know? I tell you, it felt like it has just come around so quickly. It hasn't. It didn't feel like that long ago that it was still like the summer of cricket, Ashes and all that. It's good to have the Ashes on in the background, but I'm not really too fancy of watching 8 hours of Test cricket. Oh, actually, I am, to be fair, but I'm definitely more keen on this stuff. But the real stuff doesn't start till next week, and I have something planned for if we don't fucking beat Collingwood opening round. I'm really not confident. I actually no, I am pretty confident we'll beat Collingwood. I'm too confident that will win. You've got basketball at 12:50. No, it's again. It wouldn't even have mattered then if you had basketball. You wouldn't have done it. It's not like I'll ask you 2 weeks. It would have changed. This time next week, the Suns v Cats game will start. Yep, we got Sydney Carlton on Thursday, the first game. Are you going to do a box break when the footy card's released? Either a box break or some form of pack break, but yeah, probably. The cards are yellow this year, aren't they? Reminds me of 2013. Why would you not mark that, O'Donnell? He's playing like his long-lost cousin, Ethan. What are you going to do if you lose? Kamikaze, I'll just run across the Monash Freeway just without looking. I don't know, probably not that. Definitely not that. That's not going to be endorsed. I won't reveal it because I haven't really figured out what it'll be, but it'll be something quite outlandish to get things kick-started. Maybe some dumb little bet that I'll say first week, first St Kilda game. You know, just do more of those things because that's what gets the a lot of attention and a lot of shares and publicity. So it's good for the brand. It helps the channel stay healthy. Something. Got to do it. Got to do that now. Kill myself. Basically, that'll just be killing myself. Jeez, with this potent Dogs 4 line with all their plays, and they haven't even got Sam Darcy as well, and no Waitman.
Kennedy with the Bulldogs are
Really, against Hawthorn, one of the best defenses in the league, they're looking really potent early on, don't they? Who's Ethan O'Donnell?
It's a fantastic matchup.
You'll probably never understand, even if I try to explain it to you 100 times. So it's probably best I don't tell you who he is. You don't want to know who he is. He's a cult figure of the community. Oh, you got to stick that tackle. You've got to stick that tackle, and that could be a free kick to someone. Oh, it's actually a Nick Watson free kick there. So Nick Watson. Selwood has just made a couple of mistakes on Nick Watson. Nick Watson's starting to get the better of him in the last 5 minutes. Do footy cards release from the... Nah, they released, I think, later. Quite a couple of weeks later. It used to be earlier, but I don't know if team coach do it on purpose, but it's a bit shit because they do have that team coach, like, their app kind of does it like with fantasy and supercoach where players scores, I think it's fantasy points. If you got their team coach card, you can win prize cards, and they still have that. And it sort of defeats the purpose waiting until round 3 for it to be even in full effect. You'd want to start when it's first round. Studi Goat. I'm surprised this account still has the name Studi Goat. Do you watch Studi's videos religiously, or do you just have it as just because it's funny? Hawthorn have no brass, so that's probably... Oh, yep, that's right. I don't know if it's making all the difference, though, but he certainly left a little bit of a hole there. Sometimes I don't notice. I'm like, oh, you know, I haven't seen Barat. And really, to be honest, I haven't seen much of any of their defenders. They've been quite outbeaten. There's Sicily. I'm going to check the stats, actually. I'm going to check the stats all game. Who is leading?
Sicily.
I think Bont, probably.
The beneficiary with a kick.
Not a great choice.
No.
Skill use could certainly be better, though, from the Hawks.
For Tim English, though.
Yeah, Impey actually with the most fantasy. Buku Kamas has been their best defender. I've said it already. I think I said it earlier in the stream, but Bont with the most disposals in 12. Jordan Croft 3 goals.
Hardwick back to the wing, and Lobb is there. Doing his job.
Dogs are just controlling territory right now until they give it up unnecessarily. Are you going to stream Saints Fiestans? No. No. There's one reason I streamed it in Gold Coast, because I wasn't going to fly to Gold Coast for a non-official game, but for semi-official preseason game in Ballarat's only a couple hours drive for me, mate. Ballarat to you is as long as it was probably for me to get to yours for that overnight. Fraser, come on, mate. Artie Jones, show off your skills, mate. Come on, stick the tackle, Nash. They're running around like they're running rings around the Hawks defense right now. They're playing them like they're traffic cones. Seriously. Bont looks strong. Bont looked like he's the man for 2026. Do I think the Saints will beat? Yes, but pre-season, so even if we lose, it's not alarm bells. Why would you think I wouldn't think we'd win, though? It's Essendon, and we looked quite good against the Suns. And I'm probably always going to rate us more than the average person, as you would for your team. Bont will line up for his 13th touch, but bit of an error kick there, misses. I've got to fix this thing. It was good in the first quarter, and it's come back to shit here. Real shit. I want to see more people on the stream. We've got 55 on, even if you've got nothing relevant to add. I just want to see your name. Put the team that you're looking forward to watching most, apart from yours, in the chat, and we'll talk about the responses. But you just said preseason doesn't matter, so the Suns game didn't matter. Well, I never said it was going to make our season, but it matters in like seeing how the team dynamics work and the chemistry. And we looked like all of our 4 recruits fitted in quite nicely, and we just looked like we're more damaging and attacking and dangerous. And we just think about it. It's a 70-point win against Gold Coast, even if they had their B side out for half the game. It's still you can take something out of it. But yeah, you're not going to use that game as fuel for thinking you're going to win the flag. I'm a D's fan, but I don't have much hope after everyone's ladder predictions. Shouldn't matter what people say. Everyone said the Pies had finished bottom 4 in 2022, was it? And they finished top 4 somehow. So it doesn't really matter, but if the D's finish top 4 this year, I'll
Lob across the ground again, Sanders.
I'll yonk my willy out on stream. Are you doing a creators prediction video? I'm not this year. Perhaps to the demise of some. I just feel like the effort, and I didn't start it as early as I should have. I should have started reaching out like 3 weeks ago, but I left it a bit late. And then Pommy and Oz did something that I actually was quite impressed with, so I almost was like, I'll let him take the flowers for this year. But ultimately, yeah, a lot of work goes into that. And I want to do more creators videos, like involving footy content creators, obviously. I will do that this year, but not quite with that. Not going to happen, unfortunately, but that's all right. Say that again. Say what again, mate?
Some nice things in the opening term.
Good size.
Yeah.
When is the Storm going to come? Will it be in this quarter?
Halted his progress last year, but
Carmus again. Look at that. Taking grabs with full confidence.
The very opening minutes of the game. Been really solid in the back half.
Ball use is fine as well. I'd like to see his disposal about your Willie. Oh, ha, ha. Yeah, if D's finished top 4, mate, you see it in full action. Nah, you shouldn't be even saying that. I don't even know how old you are. It's fucking really wrong. Maybe Carmus is the answer. He was looking at a trade to Carlton early in the year. Last year, I should say. Cut that one off. I was going to say, Dogs have been all right this quarter in defence, but it could be all for nothing in this play here if the Hawks can find something. Multiple targets. Will be a free kick against, I think it might have been against Lewis. Oh, went in the corridor, risky, but it will work. They're out. Look at that. They're going to get a goal out of this. Artie Jones can't screw it up here. And he doesn't, so he kicks their 8th goal, and they lead by 27. They're looking really good.
Eventually the ball behaved itself, and Artie Jones is taking his claim to become a regular for the Bulldogs.
Fuck that scream deck.
So again, where they
Fuck it.
attack from or turn the footy over is, so when they're kicking from this part of the ground,
Oh, wait.
they
What
look
am
so
I doing?
dangerous because they get over the back, and I guess Hawthorn will go to work on this and maybe start to have a little bit of protection over the back.
Chat seems to be drying out, which is shit.
You pointed out earlier, Kenny, but they're up at the ball and they're cutting him off, not allowing it to get over the back. Every time they get over the back, they look dangerous. They've been inside.
When chat dries out.
Well, they've been inside 50 19 times and they've scored 12.
Yeah, what happens?
Yeah, there's more people like contributing in chat. It leads to more over the course of the next 10-15 minutes. But when there's like it starts drying up, it's difficult to get it back going. But it's alright. Alright, fix that. Geordie Pluto betting Jordan McCleary. Oh, good. You're coming at a good time, Hotkey. The chat just started drying out. A bunch of
Courtesy of Moore, and then kicks to a genuine one-on-one. It's cleared Gunston and Carmus.
vanilla comments, to be honest, in the live stream. Geordie Pluto betting Jordan McCleary.
Let's get down to Lauren Wood. Special guest with you, Logs.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Well, did he just say that from no reason, or is there is there context behind what you said? Look, I should be. That's probably something I should do for future streams. Even if, and maybe it's because there's little to talk about at this current point. No one knows what to say, and I shouldn't have to rely on the chat to do it. But it's helpful. But generating discussion, like, you know, it's good for just the health of the overall streams this year. But that's something I probably should be looking at doing in the future streams. It's what I'm trying to get better at. If there's like a dead period, but I should just be, if anything, just all right, back on the game. Then that's fine. What did you put in the chat? How many wins for North? Or they don't finish the first 6 rounds with at least 3, and that's generous enough because it's a very soft start. Then I don't reckon they're winning more than 6. But if they win more than 3 in the first 3 weeks, 6 weeks, then I reckon they'll win more than 6, maybe 8. Not many though, not a massive leap.
Sort of that as Selwood gave it to Sanders.
That final Siren doco. Yeah, it's out on Amazon Prime, and I've got it as well, Amazon Prime, so it's something I'll put on when I can get the chance to. Won't be tonight. Certainly won't be tonight.
Just checking whose kick it is. Bulldogs. Yep, it's going to the doggies. It's got to be a disposal.
Why is my... I reckon I've complained 40 times in the last 4 streams about this scores. Every time I click it, it starts to freeze. But how is it working fine in the last quarter? I thought I fixed the problem. That's the more annoying thing. If it was shit for the whole quarter, well, I would have accepted fake by now. Who's looking good so far? Few plays for the Dogs. I've got Bukakama's probably been his best defensive game I've seen so far that I've watched so far in the first half, not even. And Croft with the 3 goals. Davidson's been in and under. And obviously Bont's been busy, but Bont's just doing Bont things, to be honest. What can you really can you be surprised? You can't. Did you watch any of the game before this one? Not the parts for the lightning delays. That was quite intriguing that they actually they didn't just delay the game, they called it off. Maybe there was like a protocol for pre-season. Well, I think it was just the 2 teams just shook hands at the end going, we don't need to play the last quarter out, probably too dangerous. Must have been quite close, the lightning. I think that 10 kilometres, is it? There you go. This has been a lot more impressive from the Dogs. Who was that? Was that Selwood guy? Not overly familiar with his game.
Quick switch through Bramble. Slide from Emmett. Keeps the footy moving. Fraser. Nothing for him on the
Arthur Jones as well. He's been providing the run and the carry in the from half back. Kicked the goal as well, so he's just been playing sort of the middle. He's in the forward line there. He was half back in the first quarter, but he's just creating contests. Richards kicks it. Come on, Hawthorn. It's better. They'll take it out. McCleary works for Hawthorn. Fucking didn't know that. That's really bad for my behalf that I didn't know he worked for Hawthorn. Because he would have posted about that too. He surely would have, right? Or is that undisclosed information? Nice work, Bulldogs. They have the outnumber there and they'll get...
Possession 16 coming up.
Oh, I don't know how many more possessions the Bulldogs have had than the Hawks, but it feels like 50 more. It feels like they've almost had 100 more. Obviously, probably not that many, but they've been really dominant. At least in this quarter. So McCleary would be at this game then. But what has that got to do with Geordie McCleary versus Geordie Pluto? I don't know. True Footy was hyping the Dockers, but I don't see it. It's hard to see it when they haven't put it together yet, but they've just got so much talent. Like, surely it's just going to have to come together eventually. Which creator made the worst? Oh, well, let's... I know it's really harsh, but I'm going to do it anyways. I want to critique some of the points that Coast Club made in his later predictions.
31 entries, just 4 marks for the Hawks.
Because most people are... if they at least do their research, I'm not going to critique you if you just make a call that I don't agree with. It's just... I'm happy to have a disagreement. Like, that's what I want. I don't want to post a ladder prediction, and if I post it tomorrow, whenever it ends up being posted, which will be... Well, tomorrow is the goal, right? I'm just going to have a late night. I don't want everyone to go good predictions, like back in the day when everyone would just suck you off. I want a lot of disagreement, and you are going to get that anyways, but I want like genuine disagreement. Like, you give me reasons why you don't think, or why you think what I've said is strong, and I can then reply in the comments, and we can have civil discussion without you being just a fucking arsehole. Like, oh, okay, I don't have your side in the 8, so you have to call me a cocksucker or whatever you want to call me. Like, it's not needed to do that, but just be a little bit civilized. But I'd probably say his was the worst that I've seen so far, just because he made probably 15 mistakes and he was talking rubbish, and I haven't even watched half of it. I really enjoyed the True Footy. Oh, give me a second here. Bulldogs should get another. Artie Jones kicks the second of the quarter. They lead it by 32 points. I'm just going to abandon the this Stream Deck, using that for now, because it's doing more harm than good right now, and I've got to figure out what it is that is causing the CPU to just fuck up when it shouldn't be doing that, considering I don't actually think it's CPU, because it says it's not even really doing much work at all whilst scores are going up. But his show with Dylan Alexander, like I listened to the full 3.5 hours of it. Was it the Wednesday show or was it the Thursday show? I can't remember what day it was, but it might have been on Thursday. Or it might have been even on Monday. I think it was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. I listened to the whole 3 hours of it, and they went through their predictions there. But just the whole production value, it's really gone up in the last year. He's just, both of them have put in lots of work, and it's paying off. Like it's really doing well for them. They're consistently getting 300 plus in the chats and lots of consistent comments and viewers, and they've really given themselves like a real challenge for the year, and they've done it well. Lots of applause for their work. Ladder predictions are pointless, hard enough week to week. Yeah, but they're very relevant in terms of what people want to see. It's a mark, and it's always fun to just give it a crack. You never know, you might end up nailing a few good calls to make yourself look a little bit better end of the year. And people want to see what people have to say, but yeah, I can understand your point, thinking it's pointless. What I think is pointless is when people try and predict every fucking game, although I do that just for the fun of it. I don't do it thinking it's going to actually happen. Gunson kicks it, and he kicks his third. There you go, he's certainly not dropped off from the games we've seen from him. Only been the one though. I guess you don't really call the Origin game. I don't count that. All right, I've missed a few comments here, which pisses me off. I hate when there's like a dead period, and then this is when it's good though. It's healthy. It's what we need. Brisbane, Geelong, and Hawthorn lost their pracky matches last year. Yeah, they mean nothing to the season. Overall, like realistically, teams could just be playing.
And the margin sits at 26.
Second gear, and like Geelong, I don't think went out of second gear all game against the Blues, but the Blues still look pretty solid. They just had a few skill errors as you'd expect in pre-season, but I thought they were pretty good. But you are right.
Still to come.
My top four is Gold Coast, Sydney, Brisbane, Dogs. Just don't their depth and their overall. Six best defenders are still a little bit lacking for mine. Oh, it's been better in this game. Saints beating the Suns and Pracky. All right, I'm going to go back to the current chat. So if I missed, you can just put it in again. I don't really mind that. Feel free to do that. Anyone excited for Team Coach to come out? Who is collecting Team Coach footy cards? Like, I'm not really going to be buying packs for the fun of it. I just feel like that the enjoyment that I had as a kid has probably gone away for the most part. The collector, and not that part of it, but like just that part of me that would buy the footy cards when I was young. Like, I don't really have that anymore. I kind of just only do it for the sake of content more so, but I still enjoy opening them. I never really lose that feeling, but I'm never really gonna get back to where it was, especially 2013. That was really peak year for me in terms of footy cards. Probably my second peak was 2019. My third peak, I not gonna lie, quietly went about collecting most of the set in 2023. I was enjoying that a lot, and then I dropped off again. I only bought a few packs here and there for the videos when I could, and that was about it. Maybe for content, for streams, for giveaways. I gave away, and I wasn't trying to do this, as I should probably make mention of a recent Bulldogs goal. I didn't even see who that was. Liberatore. So Liberatore doubles the score of Hawthorn, puts them up by 32 points. But I wasn't when we did that whole Team Coach giveaway thing for my meet and greet, wasn't expecting it to be as crazy as it was in terms of everyone just fighting for each other, like the fucking free-for-all fight. And some dickhead, I shouldn't have, in hindsight, I shouldn't have done it, but some dickhead kid stole the album of my actual cards, because I was going to do like some trade thing where I was going to trade some of my cards with other people. So, like, you know, lost a lot more of my bother to even go through with actually trying to collect next year. But I'm looking forward to it anyways. Just only going to buy a few packs here and there. Content as well. When's my preseason predictions coming? I've already released my preseason predictions, the early ones. Norton's out the back, and they're going to go like Joe the Goose. Easy goals for the Dogs. I probably had 3 or 4 out the back from like the goal square. And the scoreline, even though it is preseason, it's looking a little bit concerning if you're Hawthorn. I'd like to know what any Hawthorn fans are thinking right now, if there's any level of concern or if it's just really none of that. Rosmack has a cool chill. Yeah, he's always been that way on the streams. I do, when I get the opportunity to, tend to pop in and say hello. Featured in his, I think it's 4th rendition of those creative predictions, Heart v Head.
The language that we'd use all the time is first action.
I think I had the Saints in the 4 for the head. No, for the heart I had them in the 4. For my head I had them 6. 6th or maybe 7th, around that. I can't remember exactly. How many standard drinks have you had tonight? Someone's asked Sammy. And he's replied with only 1 tonight so far. I don't know if you guys know each other. Thoughts on Hawthorns? I'm not reading that. Maybe Sammy will fall for that with his standard drinks. They're getting another out the back. Jesus Christ, Hawthorn have given up, haven't they? They're not even really putting in any effort. They're looking at each other, scratching their heads. If this was real season, that'd be calamity.
But I can almost guarantee you that Sam Mitchell ain't going to enjoy this last 5 minutes. In fact,
I don't think, yeah, it's preseason. Mitchell looks like he's fucking pissed off though with this 4 goals in a row that the Dogs have had in the last 4 minutes. So what happened there? Just slow to get on the feet. They're not reading the players at all. They're just letting these Dog smalls get as much space as they want. Free out the back. Look at that, Hines. Good old Cooper. I do have a semi-connection to Cooper Hines. His brother went to my school, was in the same couple of classes as me, and his missus is one of my sister's good friends, so there's a little bit of a connection.
Makes 4 or 5 goals difference. At least. The ball skirts forward again. Sanders decided to spin and then give the hand. No look handball from a ruckman, Tim English.
And I'm going to have to say this as well. It was a little bit concerning against Geelong until it got all right, but I don't think Hawthorn's midfield is going to do that much damage to most of the best sides in 2026 as well. They just don't have enough diversity. TV satellite back on here and Sporting. Oh yeah, what's the service right now like after all the Lightning stuff? Was it really bad? How close did the Lightning get? Only up and coming YouTubers in 2026. To be honest with you, most of the new ones that I've maybe not been so familiar with, they're mainly fan channels. I don't really know of many that are trying to get involved in my live stream chats and all that I've considered up and coming Jimbo, unfortunately. But I've got something I need to talk to you about, Jimbo. A Discord only tipping comp. A Discord tipping comp that'll be separate from the main comp and can get the people on Discord up and about. But it's 18 plus though. That's the only thing. Would you rather do this or go out on a Friday night? Oh, it depends. Like, what annoys me, and this is a practice game, so I can understand why you'd think, oh, just go out on a Friday night. It annoys me when the plans are made like 2 hours before. Now, I don't know if any of the plans actually went through. Anyone went through with it because I think it was too late. And I've got a few of my mates who are busy anyways with other stuff. But I enjoy the streams and I enjoy watching footy. So it depends. I guess if the night out's really good, yeah, probably still be better off than this. But I'm enjoying the stream at least. There's a consolation goal for the Hawks to finish the quarter off. They'll be pretty happy to call it quits there, the Hawks. It's been not what I was expecting. I mean, I was expecting more of an even game. I think these two sides are going to be hard to have a genuine read on, particularly the Dogs. Who knows what their ceiling's going to be. I'll make a box break, but probably won't really collect. Have you lost the passion and the interest as well? you do tend to
Clean
lose
scout,
that.
he's looked absolutely
But then you can
dangerous
gain
all
it back
through
again. Like you can get that collector,
Just 2 goals for the
like just
quarter
that
for the
collector
Hawks.
drive, and you just back again randomly, and you just really want to start collecting shit. I know Blake had that for a bit. I listened to some of the Paco Lucchiona's live stream, cured my insomnia. What time does he stream? I know he's from America, but what was it, like at 3 in the morning or some shit? I've got yeah, plans on having him on the channel and getting on for a video because he's taken the AFL world by storm with his recent supporting of the AFL. Well, there you go. That was an interesting quarter. I wasn't really expecting such a dominance of goals from the Dogs. You'd be happy if you're a Bulldogs fan with what you've seen. But and against a solid side as well. It's not like this is a soft kill win against Essendon. Essendon pricing was definitely too much. Essendon pricing. Yeah, if Essendon had merit, they'd look not a different team, but they'd look a whole lot more secure, at least in that midfield position. Is select or team coach better? Well, that's subjective. Like, as a content creator with my audience, team coach seems to be the one that performs better. The audience enjoys watching team coach more than select, but select are more for the collectors. There are a few like releases. It isn't just one select release a year. There are a few, but they're quite expensive, and they're not going to be targeted at kids. They're more for the adults that just enjoy collecting that sort of shit, reselling as well. Higher quality cards, essentially. Like, if anything, like, I probably prefer the cards, the select cards on its own, but you know, the way team coach interact, they're doing more to interact with the community and you know, making things that are appealing to the new wave of fans of footy. So that's what I like about team coach and why they've been more popular. Because overall, you think footy cards, you think, oh yeah, it's a thing more catered to kids. But as a kid, I still liked select. I was still a select fan. Have you ever seen an AFL creators have so much instant success? Probably not, to be honest. I don't know how quickly like Marmalade came up onto the scene, but they were relatively quick. I thought they were kind of unknown before they became like massive with the AFL stuff. But I don't know how many followers he's gained over the last few months, but I'm going to have to say maybe in the 20 to 30Ks. What was he doing before the AFL shit? Because he got the AFL to message him and all that. Like, he's done that in 2.5 months before even I have. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's done more in the space than I have, which is, I don't think it's fully true, but it's sort of quite impressive. You're now happy with all my season predictions? Well, you just have to leave it there. You're not going to make any more changes. I would mock Paco on videos, but his content's too... Yeah, he's just like, he's a new fan of the footy, and he doesn't know heaps. He just reacts. He's kind of just gotten big for all of his reactions and his praise of the game. And he actually is getting quite familiar with a lot of the plays and the rules and everything. Like, he's got a pretty solid understanding of the sport, better than a lot of people I know. I want to mute the ads. I don't want to listen to the ads. But I do agree at the moment. I don't know. I think this is going to be, like, he needs to find a way to reinvigorate the content and reinvent the wheel, because he can't just sustain himself like this forever and expect to keep that following, because it is going to die out at some stage. The whole you know, the whole appeal of being the American fan that got massive into footy. Maybe it won't, but I think it'll eventually get to that stage if he doesn't, like, you know, think of some other ways he can get his content relevant. Hawthorn season over. Bold to make that claim. He took down 100 NBA videos. Well, he wants everyone to know he's leading into a new niche. Still missing the Smith chips and the footy cards. Well, those were the different footy cards. They weren't like... Yeah, they were different types of footy cards. You only would get like one of them in a pack. And you're trying to collect them all, but you'd have to go and buy like 50 packs of Smith chips, or you just buy them on eBay. I remember at footy training mean, they just have a lot of them. I don't know why they ended up with so many of just the cards, but the cards you get in the chip packs, they just give them away at the end of them. I managed to get a few. An industry plant. Oh, people probably are going to make that assumption just because of how quickly he rose onto the scene. But to what you do, like that's why he probably did what he did with all of the videos. He's probably posting like 10 times a fucking day. I don't know how he keeps up with it all. Yes, it's not hard stuff to post, and it's probably just Twitch clip reactions. And I don't want to diss him because why diss on someone who's doing really well, doing probably better than I've been able to do on the short form stuff. But just to point a few things out. G'day, Michaela. It's hopefully it goes a long way into helping grow in the game. Like you never know. It could, but I'm not sure how much of it is actually going to lead to any instant improvements. The quarter time is still wrong. The quarter timer is still going. True. Do you think Sydney will win their first 5 games? I think they'll lose 2. Well, we can have a look at Squiggle. I wanted to just watch a particular ladder prediction video and leave my critiques on that. Kind of just dissect that and rip it apart. But I might give the Squiggle little, just not full ladder, but I want to see maybe after round 6 what the ladder could look like, because people are saying that North Melbourne have a soft start, Port Adelaide have a soft start. We have a pretty tough start, I think. I know we do actually, because I know it. I probably know our first 10 games. So if you think if you want to think, or if you want to know what I think of Sydney the first 5 games, if they'll lose 2, well, I'll have a look here. I'm not really going to take too much. I'm just going to go who I think will win, not bothering with upsets. I'm not going to try and bother with upsets. Probably go, well, on the back of the last performance, I don't know. Maybe we'll just go Giants. Brisbane. Saints should be favourites. I've got no more on how. Carlton. Hawthorn. Oh, this is a tough one. Probably the Dogs. Dogs have the wood over the Giants. Cats. I'm just going boring. I'm just going the safe tips here because I just want to. You just told me before about Sydney. Well, at the SCG, I think they might beat the Lions. I think that might be a game they drop. Probably the Pies. Historically, they win. And this is North Melbourne. I don't think they'll win that. Yes, Saints, Suns, Hawks v Swans. Give the Hawks that win. I'll give the Crows. Suns. Probably give it to the Giants. Freo. Power. We'll go to round 6 here. So I'm just like, don't read anything from any of these. I'm just going off the top of my head here. I'll give it a North because they are not too bad at Optus. They've got to learn to play there now that they've got the home games there. Geelong. Yeah, I'll just go the safe tips here. Probably the Pies. Lions. Dockers. Do you reckon Paco would fly down for... Eventually, he's going to have to. I think he will fly down for a game. We want to see you play our AFL game higher or lower again whilst it's off-season. Well, is it off-season anymore? I'd argue it's not anymore. I can give that a game if you want after this. Maybe we'll have to leave the... Maybe Coast Club will actually end up running himself lucky. I'll go Essendon. Port. No more ladder predictions. Well, you'll get one more ladder prediction, at least one more from me before the end of next week. Carlton. Brisbane. We'll go to round 6. I'm going to go Carlton. I'm sorry, I don't have faith in the Roos. Port have to win that. Port, look at that, 4-0. They've got the easiest start you'll ever hope for. Sydney, Melbourne, Gold Coast, Bulldogs. I'll give it to the Hawks there. Adelaide, Freo, Brisbane, Essendon. Shit, Melbourne are 0-5 again. I don't think they'll be that bad. Sydney, Hawthorn, go Bulldogs, Cats, GWS, Saints, because I think we can do it. Carlton, I'm going to go Carlton. Geelong, Sydney, Gold Coast, Hawthorn, Adelaide, North, Brisbane, Free. All right, that's round 6. So after round 6, just to answer that guy's question, I'll take 3 and 3 start. I think that we can break it even. Collingwood, North so that would be just really disappointing. North Melbourne, if they started 2 and 4, they're done. They're not going to make any rises or advancements if they start that poorly. That'll deflate all their hope heading into the year because they got a very strong start to the season. All right, fine. We'll give higher or lower a crack since we were asked to do so. Have a few games. Maybe we can actually have time for that ladder prediction video I want to quickly watch. We've got leaderboards. Yeah, let's see what the new version of the game looks like now. Am I on the right spot? Wow, what the hell? I thought there was like maybe a few different categories. There are that many categories. There are like endless amounts of categories. The Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll fucking give Yu-Gi-Oh! A crack here. I probably could not. There's not even just that. There is subcategories for fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! I thought it was just like maybe like a few Google searches and maybe the, I don't know, some geography shit. But anyway, let's just go to, I'm not doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's go sports and AFL. Wow, look at the amount of sports. Jeez, I applaud the effort in making so many of these different fucking games. Like, so what's this? This is just goal. Is it just goals? There's a leaderboard. Probably Skipper's on the leaderboard, isn't he? All time. It'd be nice if you could make like a username to know who's who. Register. I've got to register here. I'll register then. Quickly. Have a few games. So we've got the thunder and lightning, but no rain. That's kind of rare actually having that. But you probably have the thunder and lightning happening 50 kilometers away from you now. I doubt it's very close. It's sort of moved now, I would have thought. So that can happen. Do Pokemon. Why does everyone want me to do Pokemon? I know nothing about Pokemon. It's not a bad, like, it genuinely, like, I actually enjoy higher or low and it's something to do. But I can get a bit stale if it's the same AFL one. And I'm not saying that as a dig on the higher or lower people. It's just that I'll eventually become so familiar with every single player that they give me that I'm going to just know the answers straight away. But, so I've signed up. Look at this. I've signed up. If they're watching the stream still, why can't you see the name of the person who is signed up? And I think it's beatable. Is Skipper watching the stream? Because he was before. I wonder if that's who who was the person that got the 630 score. All right, let's see if there are differences, if it's updated according to 2025. What do we reckon? Let's try and get a game of 20. You guys can help out in chat. And if this is past and present as well. Let's maybe even get 100 viewers if we can get a good streak going. So Levi Casbolt or Lindsay Gilbey? I think it'll be safe to pick Levi Casbolt. It has been a while since I've played this game. Looks like it's set to the wrong data type. Yeah, they probably can fix that. But anyways, next up we have Levi Casbolt or Glenn Archer. Wonder how many of you guys watching this were alive to remember much of it, Glenn Archer's game. I know he's one of the toughest players going around. I didn't quite get to glimpse much of his career. It's a bit too young for that, but he wasn't really a goal kicker, was he? So I'm going Levi. Not too far away. Craig reckons Archer. Did you get to actually see him in action, or are you just throwing out a name for the sake of it? Dick Lee, I know he'd have a few. 700. I wonder how many goals modern day forwards could kick back then. I really do wonder. I reckon Sam Darcy could be on for 2,000. It's got to be Dick Lee. I've been busy, Sammy. She has been busy. Good to be staying busy. I don't know if Paul Couch would. No, I'm going to go Croswell. It's a good start. Forgot this game existed. Yeah, it's a game you play every once in a while, and you get quite caught up with it. You get quite invested in trying to beat your previous score. Like I'd want to get a score of 10 at least, and then we can move on. Paul Couch, Mark Rashudo. Rashudo played 300 games, didn't he? I think he probably kicked around 220, 230. People reckon go Rashudo, or only go a couple, but that's okay. Yeah, he's kicked more than that. What's people's obsession with Blooket so much? Why do you want me to do a Blooket? Such an odd named game as well. Oscar Allen. How weird is it to see present day plays alongside fucking Ashley McIntosh and Dick Lee? I'm gonna go Oscar Allen though. Don't even know half these plays. I don't know if it's a recent update, but it feels like there is a more variety than what there was last time. Last time it got to a stage where I could remember every player the name just about because I played enough of it. I didn't even play it for that long, but like Brian Royal, don't remember that name being thrown around. This is going to be a guess. So I want everyone watching to just throw a fucking half-ass guess here. Maybe there was someone alive to actually remember anything of his game, or maybe people know him. Maybe he's a bit more known than just a random player from the 80s or 70s. I think that's 80s though. Early 80s, late 70s. Brian Royal. All right. With no certainty whatsoever, let's pick Brian Royal. Nice. Well done. Well done. Let me just quickly. Oh, funny that the ads show, but not the actual broadcast.
Will cost no more than $25, down from $31.60.
What are we on? We're on a score of 9 here. Steve Johnson. He's someone that Paco reacted to. That got a reaction from the player reacted to. Oh, Scott Cummins. Shit, I don't remember if he's kicked more than 500 goals. Be nice if we had someone like Hotkey watching. He'd know. I don't think anyone here has any idea, do they? Classic, they don't care if you show ads. Of course they don't. It'll do them better, won't it? I didn't know it was the case though. I thought it would just be all blacked out, no matter what was on the screen. So there's an ad right now. I wonder if it'll let me show this ad. It will. And I don't think I'll get taken down for this, because what I'm doing is I'm doing them a service. I'm doing whatever fucking brand advocation, charity, whatever this is. I'm doing them a service here. Until I get in real trouble. Hey everyone, actually, should we trick people to think we're actually going to be showing the game on stream? Alrighty guys, second half, and we will be able to show the game on stream as there are 2 young fucking babies on the screen. Let's just click off. Scott Cummins. I know he kicked heaps, but I'm going to take anything you say with a grain of salt, Sarah, because I don't feel like you have any idea. I'm going to go Scott Cummins because of a fucking chat. We shouldn't be celebrating over that, Jack Crisp. We should be really looking at improving that score. 10 isn't that good. Fucking hell, man. Is this like taking the piss? What's my reward? Being able to play the fucking game? I hate when they show me these pop-ups like this. Like, it's like you don't want to wait 30 seconds every single game you play.
So, I'm writing an essay on cats.
You fucking dickhead.
Cats in art history.
Fix
I'm an art history major, and this final is due on Friday. Luckily, with Grammarly, I can upload my class rubric and see what kind of grade I might
my
get.
way into fucking a degree.
Not my dream grade. Let's clarify this.
Stop swearing so much. My child is watching the stream. Well, I don't give a shit. Because I know you don't have a child. If you did have a child, I feel for the child for actually being having a parent like you. Alright. Let's play the next game. We might only play one more. Who gives a shit about an essay? Well, I don't. I mean, in the moment, I definitely cared about essays in the times I was at school. All right, Russ Robertson, let's get off to a start. 1, why the ad's so loud? It's because I've got KO turned down, so it doesn't sound as loud when the commentary's in the background, but this is full volume. We haven't seen the rain come yet. Lindsay White, I don't know. Ooh, he's tempting. I'm tempted to go Lindsay White just because he's an obscurity. Might actually go him. Yeah, look at that. 540 goals. Could have picked a better photo, I'd have thought. Well, that could be not many easier to get than Lance Buddy Franklin. Sorry, Warren, but your time in the game wasn't as good as good old Buddies. I think Trudge over Conlon. I think we'll play the one more game. Very, very poor. Thought you were a promising young man. Hang your head in shame. Daniel Bradshaw. Shit, I think the second half starting. I don't really want to be playing this instead of actually watching the game. Even though it's pre-season. Let's just beat 10. One more, we'll get the high score here. We'll go around. Can we just pause it and just leave it there? Oh yeah, it won't let me show the game. We'll leave it. I'm not really too interested in playing whilst the game, but maybe 3/4 time we'll try and see if we can get a score of 20 or even higher. Maybe we'll get the highest score. We'll get 640. Surely you should get like a medal for that. Send out a medal. Best scorer for each category. Although then you could just keep beating the score and getting new medals. Eddie Betts or Cameron in their prime, or well, it would have to be in their prime, right? Or who do I like more? Who was it? Like, what do you mean by that? Who's a better player? Accolades wise, even though Charlie Cameron has the flags, I still think at his prime, Eddie Betts is the best small forward in the game this century. It's hard to dispute that. He was just at like an all-time high with his form at the Crows. They both played together though in the early years of Cameron's career. Prime still Eddie Betts, yeah. I don't think Charlie Cameron's kicked 50 or more goals in a season more than once. I could be wrong. Whereas Eddie Betts has done it on a number of occasions. I think he kicked 70 goals in a season once, which is quite like incredible. I think if that is the case, if it was 70 for a small forward, you're probably not going to see that again. You will see it again at some stage, but you're not going to see it again in a while. I don't have any. No small forwards have the ability to kick 70 goals at this point. No, stop asking me to do a block it. It's just, I already said I wasn't going to do one. I literally just put the game back on for the second half. Wonder if the Hawks are going to come out the blocks and start early, like with a few goals, just to get their game going back a little, because it's probably needed just for the fans to get a little bit from it, and for the coach. I'm sure the players are aware of their poor finish that quarter. There, what were the stats? I didn't even get to check the stats, but the disposal differential wasn't even as big as I thought. 207 to 201. Watson puts it through. There's their first. Yeah, Nick, I didn't know you were going to Melbourne. Apparently, in round one, you'll be in Melbourne. You're more excited to go to Icon Park than the MCG? You're more excited to go to Icon Park than the MCG. I know you've already been to the MCG, but you're telling me that Richmond Carlton isn't more appetising? Damn, sorry. Sorry that the stream did that. It's pre-season official aura. It's pre-season, for fuck's sakes. Sorry.
There's been some all-time greats at the Hawthorn Footy Club wear that number, and it seems to me to be in pretty good hands. There's been a number changes here, but that one seems to be a perfect fit.
Solid start for the Hawks.
Haven't seen Aiden Schubert yet tonight, number 29, so that might still be to come a little later in the second half.
Nice, McDonald. That's what we want for fantasy. Watson almost. Selwood takes the defensive mark. He's done okay. He's done a few good things. Playing the tough role on Nick Watson. Wait, I'm a dumbass. The game is not over. Well, obviously not. Did you actually think the game was over? Do you reckon Wizard Watson's I don't think he's... Not this year. He's not a 70-goal season player yet. But he'd be one of maybe 3 or 4 that you could think that maybe at some stage in their career could. Still young. But I don't know, maybe you're just saying that because he's playing. You don't actually believe it. Good on you, go time. Make sure you cheer for the Saints, though. I think the Saints are expecting the biggest ever home and away crowd in their history. I think it just needs to break last Saints Collingwood game. There you go. McDonald again. Look at that. Doing things all around the ground. Excited to see how he goes on ball. Looks like a fantasy nugget. And he's kicked Hawthorn second of the quarter. I'm not going to I'm not going to worry right now with the stream deck. I'll just do the scores like that so the stream doesn't freeze. I kind of want to go to Carlton Richmond, but it's too late. I haven't got a ticket. I'll get a shitty seat. I'm not willing to pay that much for a ticket anyways, but I kind of want to go. But then again, it's like, well, it's not going to happen twice in a row where the Tigers are going to pull off an upset. So most likely the game's just going to be quite dull. So it won't really make for any video if I wanted to do a video. So then you got to think, all right, well, what other reason would I want to go there for? If I'm going up in the nosebleeds a level 4 on my own, I prefer to watch it at home on a Thursday, quite frankly. I think it'd be a Thursday. Okay, JG's. You don't have to go for the pies, mate. You don't have to go for any team in theory, but you don't have to go for the fucking pies. That's the last thing you have to do. They'll have enough supporters that game. That's what I'm saying. We need to try and balance it out as much as we can. Drown out the crowd noise of the pies. Defensive lapses here. I think that was Joel Frazier. And the Dogs are going to concede the first 3 of the third quarter. Could be a fairly strong comeback here from the Hawks on the cards potentially, which would be concerning for the Bulldogs after their strong first half.
Yeah, they're going to do what they need to go. They're going to have a real go at trying to get themselves into good form for opening round, so that's really important.
They'd want that. They wouldn't want to throw this game away, you know. Second half, they want to really finish things strong because they've got a game of footy next week against the Giants. But likewise, the Dogs.
Joint captain, he's going to grow with that role. I absolutely don't have any doubt about what he's going to do.
You'd like the Saints to win. Not if you're picking the pies, though. Not if you're going to be barracking for the pies. You can't have your cake and eat it as well.
We got him,
we did. It'll take you long, Ken.
No, commentator's curse, I've heard about it.
Bond's the best player in the game right now. He'd be... Yeah, I think it's, Bond and Dacos, top 2 for mine. Most influential players. Here's Bond right there. Good work, Scrimshaw. But Bond still finds some way to win the contest. Is it going to be a free to him? It will be. A little bit stiff there on Scrimshaw. Alright, well, let's see then. What options do the Dogs have? Hawks would have flooded back. Touch footy. They'll be out of bounds. I've got a unique video you'll get out into September. Can you give us any early indication of what it might be? Man, I'm not looking forward to finishing the night off with a really long edit, staying up really late. That doesn't sound very fun. I've got quite a lot to do this weekend, and it starts with a later predictions video tomorrow morning. This chat's getting shit again, I'm not going to lie. I'll be honest. I'll be honest when I say it. You're giving me nothing. Give me very vanilla questions and comments. and statements. Why do you think the Hawks will finish top 3?
Last week against the Cats, picked 23. And just by the fact that he's
I don't really think they'll be in the top 4 contentions, but I think they'll be finishing from the 4th to 8th range, wherever it ends up being. I guess we'll find out. That's my prediction.
call that one a draw between the captains.
How long's the file size go time now to post a video? It's not ideal. I mean, it was similar to that when I had really shitty internet. I have to upload my videos sometimes at school. So not a lot's happening right now. But it's been Hawthorn's quarter so far. Ask us something. Yeah, that's the problem, right? I've got to be better at that. I just expect there to still be stuff going along, because there's times when I have 30 questions and comments that I want to read and I miss them all. I don't have time to read. And then there's these times where it's like, I don't give a fuck that you want me to look at or whatever the other comments are. It's really, it's just, no, it doesn't work the way I want it to. But yeah, you say ask us something. Right, let me think of something then. Let's get the activity and this discussion back up and running. How many goals will Mitchell Lewis kick in 2026? Because he's someone that Hawthorn fans are really wanting to have a big year. He's shown some. Will he be 30 or more, or will he be under 30? I'm going to say that's the line. I'm going to say that's the line, because he's capable of a 50-plus goal season, I reckon, as Josh Ward puts it to the left. So it's a 4-goal margin.
6-1 inside 50 to start the third quarter. So just been inside the one time, the Bulldogs struggling to get it out.
Jacks with the initial kick, and then the next as well down the line for Williams.
Okay, Bulldogs are certainly a lot slower than they were in the first half. I wonder why that's been. It's probably Hawthorn have just fixed their structure. It looks like they've fixed their structure here. Now they should have a little bit more pace on the ball, the Bulldogs. That's a poor kick. Or Norton, if he gets onto that, that'll be smart. Libba against the run of Flow. The Dogs get a goal here, get their second goal, and they put the lead to 30 points. It's quite an accurate game, actually, from both sides. 13-4 to 8-4.
I think it was Libba who kicked the true. What sort of play is that? If you can get that going all the time, you'd be pretty happy.
Look at this from Norton. Does he feed it back?
That didn't really get the discussion going. People just... No one even fucking answered the question. Only a few people did. Obviously not a very good one. 30-odd minutes or so and sort of in depth. I cut out 25 minutes of it.
Yeah, he did.
I reckon I'm going to spend almost an hour and a half to 2 hours recording my ladder predictions. I'll make that many errors. I seem to always make heaps of errors when recording my ladder predictions. Because I want to sound like I know what I'm talking about. So I don't want to like fumble over words and stuff. But I'll fumble over words 7 times a team.
They've certainly got some talent.
So it ended up being like a 2-hour fucking project. I get down to like, I reckon 20 odd. 20 odd's a good number. Could we see a goal king challenge in Adelaide? Well, not with subs though. Not with subs. Because that'll just happen in Melbourne again. I'll do one with subs again this year, and they'll be in Melbourne. So if you want to be involved in that, yeah, it's going to be in Melbourne, unfortunately. Maybe you time your trip well. Oh, that's going to be stayed in? No, it won't. Jesse, shut the fuck up. No one cares about anyone's favourite colour. Good chance for a 200-point game. Line-wise, yeah, I said it before, heading into this one, these two sides will probably play out in more high-scoring games than not, particularly the Bulldogs. Alright, here we go. Williams.
Well, that was clever to find a little gap.
Won't find a target. Chol should get there. He doesn't.
Defensive
I'd love to know the reasoning behind Chol's move in the defence in this quarter.
Play on was the call.
Why is he there?
Ambrosio again got crashed into.
Let's have a look.
Splayed out, but the
Oh,
ball
nice
stays
work.
in. Bramble back to the
Bramble,
goal
can he
square.
hit a target? Oh, Artie Jones! Almost took mark of the preseason.
Shows that he can rise.
Bond, what a
Croft's
fine, almost finds Croft. Artie Jones again.
teammating away.
Dogs fans are going to be thrilled to see that. He's got so much spring in his step.
Oh, it was a good jump, but I would have loved to.
It's a mere game. Haven't been what it's just preseason. I reckon if it was a real season game, there'd just be a little bit more,
English.
just a little bit more in it. I feel in the players, obviously in the game itself, and in just the chat and me, I guess, because it's preseason. There's still just that feeling of, oh, it's whatever.
Battle.
You can get away with talking about your favourite colour halfway through the third quarter. Another rebounding attack here from the Dogs. So now they're starting to get the territory game going.
Much room down there at the moment. Plenty
It's a
of
little
footies.
Prevail because Hawthorn,
Let's see what he
once
can
again,
find.
in the right spots.
From Emmett.
And they'll clear it out. I think that's
Sorts it out.
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie helps on its way. Gunston. Good duel there with
This is
Callis.
a bit of a boring game, isn't it? Because Hawthorn aren't being able to now find it past their halfway mark. But the Bulldogs can't find it past Hawthorn's defence. So it's sort of just living in like no man's land. Anyways, what's the chat saying? When are you going to do your 26 predictions? Very soon. Very, very soon. Wish I could go to another gather round. Why aren't you going in 2026?
McDonald picked it up from Ginnivan and then sent it towards full forward. At the back was D'Ambrosio, done all the running down from the wing. Baker for the Doggies. Cleverly
Oh, what's in
guided.
this game? Let me check your fantasy scores. What's Connor McDonald on?
Croft's done well to cover the territory to present. And he feeds it through. Hides to centre
Let's
half
see.
forward. Richards back out
Tim
there again.
English, is he in anyone's consideration as a ruck position?
There, Gary, was it? Free kick.
Liberatore,
50, aren't they?
McDonald, yeah.
Make a case for an arm being taken in a moment.
70. I think he was close to 100 in the match, Jim, so I'm happy with that
Hit him in the head.
if you want him.
Falcon on the way
Matt
through.
Kennedy, I had him for most of last year and he did me wonders.
He kicks it.
Still finding the footy there, 17 disposals. Riley Sanders with 24.
Last year, for the first time,
He is the sort of player that gets disposals, but you don't realise his influence as much as others with more. But still,
We've got to stop this. Sorry, Wolves.
just started my... Do you work on weekends, go time? The thing with the gather round, like, you don't have to stay for the whole 4 days, and not everyone does. You could still make it a weekend.
I think this is one of
Obviously, tickets is a hard thing to actually acquire because there's a whole lot of demand for gather round tickets. as of recent. The Cats play on the Sunday, so it'd be difficult for you. No more weekends. Oh, do you... So that's just like, fuck having the weekends taken up and Fridays taken up. You're working weeks when the footy's on, so you can barely really stay up to date with the games. Are you saying your working weeks are weekends and Fridays? Will Charlie Banfield get... Yeah, the Charlie Banfield will probably play... I couldn't give you a number. Maybe up to 10? Unless we start becoming badly in trouble with injuries, which could always be a case. I don't think he's going to get a spot round one. I have to have a look at the like, he looked quite good last week, Charlie Banfield. I forgot what pick, but a high pick. And I think it was pick 45. It might have been actually in the 2026 draft, 25 draft. Yeah, he's just got a good body onto him. Like he looks big. So I have to see if he's actually lining up. I didn't check the sides yet. I think they're out for the Saints. But he won't play round one. He's not. He wouldn't be in our best 23 at the moment. Is he in the... Yeah, he's an interchange. Okay, so we'll get a good glimpse of him again. You never know. Maybe he does so much to impress that he gets a spot, but I don't think he will. No more week. What's up? Do you think Nick Daichel's overrated? It's 83 to 52. Oh, seriously, I don't...
That Hawthorn defence is feeling pressure when the ball goes in there. So there's no thought of running that footy out or sharing with hands. And Tim English is...
I'm going to get... Sorry, but you're actually making this chat really annoying. You're putting on a 10-minute timer. I don't want to see you speak until 3/4 time.
It's a bit of killer instinct that always seems from Tim.
Yeah, no, he's been really, really good with his work rate.
I work Tuesdays, Thursdays, but once I get back into it, I'll be working Monday to Thursday. Oh, you have them off. Oh, yeah, as I would have hoped for.
Have to be ready for opening round. They take on the reigning premiers Brisbane.
Jesus Christ. Oscar Baker out in the full. Oh, pre-season. Who's probably looked the best so far this pre-season? Carlton. Melbourne looked pretty good. The two Piggotts. Who actually performed in the 3/4 in that game? I'm going to have a look. I wish I got to catch more of that game. Let's have a look, shall we? In the 3/4. Jack Steele didn't actually do too badly. Trent Rivers. I'm only going off stats though, and I don't think that's a true reflection necessarily of how they actually perform in specific. So I don't know. 5:51 in the quarter. Yeah, Carlton just like Jagger Smith. I think he could get tagged next week. Someone's saying, imagine that first game played, hasn't played a game yet. People talking up to him, talking up as if he's already one of the best mids in the game. Like it's like there's really that much hype over a player heading into their first game than what you're going to see round one, assuming he plays and he doesn't injure himself. Tim English will get more fantasy points for that. I think he might be on 100 now. Kicks the goal, snaps it from 30, and they lead by 37. So, not that I really give a shit about the result, but I don't think that the Hawks are going to have the energy to come back from this margin now. What is it now? 89 to 52? Oh, too bad I timed out that other guy. He would have given me the fucking score, because that's all he's been doing in the chat. I thought the Tigers were going to be moving to Waverley. Because the D's had Casey, but I don't really think anyone really wanted the D's at Casey, to be honest. It's just so far away from everything, so it's just more... It's probably better for the players, isn't it? It's in a better footy environment. I need to read a little bit more into the fine details with all that shit with the move as Artie Jones kicks another goal. Quick and exciting. He'd have to be in the team opening round. Kicked his third goal. I have to say, again, the Bulldogs probably the better team this quarter for most of it. Hawthorn had their moments early, but couldn't make them pay. Pissing down in Ballarat. I wonder if the rain will get to the plays then. It has to, surely. Many were fearing this game could be called off, and I'm like, well, I haven't seen a drop of rain, so it's got to be coming soon.
He's a player that I think what you said, Gary's right. He just needs a bit of belief that I belong at this level, and I think he could be a really good small forward in this.
Waitman isn't playing, not ready yet.
In 2021, and probably every time he's looked like emerging, he's been injured. So he's had a good pre-season.
Something's just gone against him.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen this time around. Newcomb tracked it down, but Hines.
So many like disappointing Hawthorn players. I wonder what it is. Is it just
Put the pressure on.
That's better, maybe.
they didn't really care as much, or is it really? Is there something else to look at for some of these performances? Like Sicily. It's just like, what the fuck was that from Sicily?
Mackenzie had to wait and hope.
Man.
But there was help. Kennedy tries to look his way
He's treating this game like it's like he's on a jog. Genuinely, he's not putting in any effort.
He ran straight past through him on that occasion. So
What do you do for the day leading up to the stream? Oh, today, or on average, because it obviously depends on what I'm doing. Yeah, I was up at like 9, and I don't want to go through my whole day, so I just go off it quickly. Had to help my grandpa figure out the creepy crawly for the pool, to help clean the pool. So I went there, showed him how to work it, even though it was a completely different model creepy crawler to what I'm used to. So I was basically guessing as I went along. And then I did shit around the house, like swept up leaves and stuff on like a pretty hot day, mind you. And then went to go pick up this tripod that I only bothered actually going there and picking it up because it's the tripod that I had for most of last year before I had it nicked to me on grand final week, and B, it was like on discount 75% off just about. So I'm like, look, I'll only go there because it's close to my grandparents' place. So I went to pick that up. Then I did shopping for him. Traffic was bad. Got back home and worked on my ladder predictions for a couple hours before the stream. Wish I had more time to work on them though. How's Cody Waitman? Why have I? Oh, I'm so far behind. Sorry. It's a good word, pedestrian. That's one way of describing Sicily's game today, at least in this quarter. Bond smashes it long. Can they get another one out the back? They're really under the pressure here, the Hawks. Is that a free kick?
I'm not sure that minutes is going to be the overriding factor. I think it's going to be what's going on in the game. Where do you need?
Why did the umpire lead the leader's arm the other way?
We certainly deal with that.
How's Newcomb done?
And now we get a chance not to have it, and we're talking about having a sub, a pseudo sub.
Checking.
Yeah, well, at least you can bring him on
His game. Okay, he's been their top ball getter. I was going to say he's probably the man who's actually done the most for the Hawks in the engine room. Good work. Scrimshaw's done his bit, I guess. Artie Jones, though, I tell you, he's everywhere. Every time I look up at the screen. Do you think you'll be doing another team? I already answered the question. I feel like you were there when I answered it as well. Unless you've got like short-term memory loss, and I'll let you off on that one. But yeah, I do one every year. It's a tradition to do one of those every single season. Typically, it was a birthday thing for mine, but now it's like I just pay for my own box. I don't really want a box if it goes to my birthday. I'd rather a lot of other things, to be perfectly honest. Do you think Lions will go back to back to back? Maybe. I'd beg to differ. I think both clubs are fielding their close to best strength side, so it's not like we saw the match sim games with a lot of players rested from Origin and all that. This is where you get a little bit more of an idea. And maybe Hawthorn aren't that side that really take pre-season seriously. I think Bulldogs are probably the side that of any would have, but a few poor performances, so you'd hope you just let the dust off, and hopefully you just get them ready for round one or opening round. The worst thing would be an injury in the next quarter to one of your important players. But the Sting's going out of this game. It's 43 points. I wouldn't have minded a bit more of a contest, but it hasn't really been the case for most of this game. Free kick. Hawthorn will get the footy. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. English might score 150. Well, if he's already on 100, he might be on 110 now. He could be on track. But I'm not going with English. Rucks are going to be more difficult to judge. Like, you do have to take into play the new ruck rule. There's English right there. Couldn't find the mark. And Sam Butler, who we'll have more opportunity in 2026. We'll kick the goal.
Pretty positive things about Tim English in this quarter, but I think he'd like that contest maybe again. I think he had an opportunity.
So what have they released, Sarah? What cards have they so far released? I've seen the silvers, I've seen the commons, I've seen some new idea they've rolled out, some wildcard gallery card. I think it's like 1 in every 2. I think that's a little bit too much for a 1 in 2, but it's team coach. That's the direction they're heading. So they'll probably have 50 fucking different cards that are box cards. It's next to impossible to complete the set nowadays. I don't really know how people can do it. And if you're going to want to complete a full set, I feel like you'd rather complete a select set. How is that? Bitter might be coming tomorrow.
He's a player I really like.
Yeah, a few familiar faces in the rat, like bringing back the old days of the times we went to the bowling and shit like that back in 2020. If he's going, it's not surprising to hear that he is going, because he's the sort of person to make those random trips to Ballarat. I forget he's now in Melbourne again. He was in I think Newcastle for a few months.
Two really good players going
but wonder where he found his ticket from.
It's been a real noticeable
So there's
push for him.
just over a minute remaining. 37-point margin. English has been busy. Sanders is the leading disposal getter for the Dogs. Buku Karmas dropped off a little bit since the first half, but still been one of the Dogs' best.
Tim's always been a pretty good runner
And a solid match preparation so far this first 3 quarters for the Bulldogs.
You know, that mid-tier player who grew a lot late. Now he can just run around the ground.
Impey, footy still up for grabs.
Let me stay in Newcastle for the night. Really? Fuck. When were you in Newcastle? I assume an A-League game. Oh, there's English. Out the ruck. And that'll increase his chances quite nicely to get to 150. He'd be on like 120 now. Smashing Meek in the ruck. Meek is having a fucking mare. Assuming Meek was in the ruck contest there, but regardless, he's having a mare. English with his first, I think that is, and they extend their lead to 43 points.
Sanders is still going okay, but Tim English is coming hard in the DNF.
Yeah, and he's asked the question. So
It wasn't Meek, it was Weddle. Weddle's also been disappointing. That wasn't even Meek. I just assumed it was, but why are they even playing him in that position? I know he's that unicorn sort of player, but
have an arrogance about them, and if he's now in that zone where he's in
like
ripping neck, he just should look at Josh Weddle.
Yeah, I know, he's definitely going to get completely ragdolled in the ruck if he's going to be playing in those spots.
Exactly what the great big men do.
43 points. So there's 44 seconds in the quarter. Dogs going to pile on another big score. I think they scored the most of any team in 2025. Followed by the Cats and the Crows. You reckon they'll pick Reeves over Meek? Has Meek really been that bad over the last couple of weeks? Oh, look at him again. He's got Paddock's space. He can do as he pleases right now. What's his fantasy score? 125.
Probably should have taken the mark.
Track for a pre-season record.
He's just done the
could have even
trial and he's switching with
increased that after that last play. Weddle's still in the ruck, by the way. Got to see a bit more of Mackenzie. How many disposals has he had?
So he's got Weddle again,
and how's his CBA? He says 13 disposals, so he's found more of it than last week. City played on my Jetstar flight got cancelled. Really? That's actually really lucky. Good on Bitter for doing that. Weddle misses it completely. But he'll get the free kick. So Weddle and Norton in the ruck's quite funny. And that'll be the quarter. So the Dogs, I think they extended their lead there. They may have kicked 4-3 that quarter. Jeez, you want to see a little bit more from the senior players of the Hawks, to be honest, like Sicily and stuff. One more quarter for the pre-season, both these clubs to go. So yeah, it shouldn't be too long. Still haven't seen the rain yet, but you never know. It might come pouring in the next quarter, unless it's completely past it.
We're not you, but when it comes to the confidence of fast pre-approval, we can be your W.
You're gonna watch the World? Yeah, I'll watch the World Cup when it's on. Really looking forward to that. I'll probably invest into not just the Australia games, but even the non-Aussie games. Most of the games will be like free to watch anyway. So, and they'll be on I think they'll be on at better times because it's in America. I reckon. Yeah, these new ruck rules, they may be playing a bigger effect on the game so far than what were maybe once originally perceived. Because like English again, he's another one of those players. Maybe he'll have a huge year because he's that sort of player that tends to like jump more. He's got more aerial ability, I guess. So doesn't rely on wrestling as much as like a Lloyd Meek would. Could very well have something to do with it. If I were the Hawks, I would try even less quarter and just wrap your stars in cotton wool. Yeah, there's no need to go full out now, but you want to see a little bit more effort. 16 goals, 5 though. You can't take anything away from the goal kicking of the Dogs. That's been quite impressive. Good kicking's good footy. Only real contenders for the flag: Swans, Lions, Cats, Freo, Suns, maybe Crows. I think Crows are just going to be a little bit, yeah, it'll be a little bit too much. I don't think they're going to be in the contention ultimately. Their injuries are a worry. And they'll find things tougher. They'll find things a lot tougher.
React differently to ads. If an ad has made you react a little like this,
I'm sure the teams will have done their homework on the Crows, but that could be, I could be wrong though. I like them. They'll be always hard to play at home, so if they can bank on those home wins and be a little bit more consistent away, which they were very much so last year. But how much output can they expect from the players that were big for them last year? Can they get more from them? Like Worrells and, you know, is Dawson going to back up his previous year? Thorthorpe looks like he's on for another Coleman or a Coleman. You wouldn't play Gunston anyways. I wonder what's been the reason behind Charles' move to the backline for a lot of this game. There aren't many better teams ahead of you, and with your development, you still have the young, lot of talented young players coming through. The Cats do that. I think they're still talent-wise, they've got no reason not to compete for another flag. They're definitely in the mix, and I don't know if there are 6 better teams than Geelong, but like on paper, I think they're still 3rd in the league, probably top 3. You could probably throw on the Suns and the Lions for mine, and the Swans and the Cat. They'd be the 4 most likely sides to win the flag. Having probably the Suns at the bottom due to the fact that you can't really fully have the faith in them yet as a playing group.
43 points in advance of Hawthorn. Gary Lyon and Ken Hinkley. It was just another goal started by the work of their ruckman, Tim English.
Well, he's been an All-Australian, so we know the quality of him. I'll be interested to get your thoughts, Kenny, because he's just feeling it like...
Read out the stats. English, 22 disposals in a 3/4 of footy for a ruckman. You shouldn't be having that many disposals. Seriously, 2 goals, 22, 6 marks, 25 hitouts, 4 clearances, and 454 metres gained. And then you've got Lloyd Meek with the 60 metres gained. Very little impact on the footy, and still getting beat in the ruck. Hitouts wise.
Best games are like this, you know, and this one's probably as good as any that I've seen him play. But he's got that real quality about him where he just. I love when you see a player.
So we'll see if there's going to be any focus towards him in the last quarter. If he's just going to be able to do what he wants again.
It's not good enough. I'm going to take you, and I'll take you where I want to go. And he really did control the narrative of his position. He said, "You're playing on me," and they wouldn't get near him.
I loved it, and he's, we've talked about Bonds and others, so we'll start to see some.
Now, if they lose Newcombe though, I think the Giants probably are ahead of them heading into that game. That'll be a weird midfield with so many big names not playing. Intense. Yeah, it'll be quite intense to see how McKenzie. It doesn't look like Newcombe is starting in that midfield in the centre bounce. Is North finishing 13th a bad take? Depends on your reasoning. Oh no, Newcombe's there. No, I'm wrong on that. Got Newcombe, McKenzie, and Nash in there. I don't think they're going to finish that high though, but I might be reading too early from one of their poor preseason games. But they lost Riley Hardiman, didn't they? So they're just going to leak goals once again this year. There you go. Good start, McKenzie. Always positive when you can, add those strings to your bow, being a goal-kicking mid. I'm not sure how many goals he kicked last year, but good that he can find the ball in the right spots and actually convert. You might be a Crows fan, but I do think people are underestimating Port Adelaide. I don't know. I didn't really think they showed heaps in that pre-season hit-out match, and it looked like they were trying more than Adelaide, but I don't know. Like, see how they roll out. Who do they have this week? See how their side rolls out in their game tomorrow. I think they have Freo. Oh, they've got West Coast final game, which I might be watching on stream. I'm not too sure. Got to fix the timer as well, mind you. Once again, McKenzie wins it there. Well done. Got to get the scores working as well. Who knows? Maybe they'll provide a little bit of a mini comeback. I think they probably will. Instead, they go short to West. Almost lost the headband. He's got that right now. Come at the footy. Yeah, I know they've got, but they're just midfield. It's just still so inexperienced ultimately. Like, you just can't put really enough trust with their consistency. Wow, look at that. Wow, Watson. Fuck. How does he even do that? Like, how do you actually have the ability to get up like that? Surely must have hurt when he hit the ground hard like that. Anyways, look at that. It's a bit too easy for the Bulldogs. Fraser just absolutely gives a stiff arm, and Artie Jones might hit his fourth. Didn't quite hit the kick there. Still going to stay in play. Jesus Christ. I'm not having any trust in Sicily right now. Impey just clear it. Nope. Can't really get it past their attacking 50 though. Risky kick there. McKenzie. Nice, strong in the hips. And they should be out here. Gunston does drop it. Missed. Matt Hill. Must be like a late addition to their side, or I'm just not familiar with his
5 years, was it, with the Brisbane Broncos Academy? Or 5 years just playing?
Brisbane Broncos Academy player, Category B rookie, getting a chance.
Nick Watson with the medical stuff now, just getting that
so what's it now? It's 36 points.
After that big fall with that mark, he's clearly in plenty of discomfort, met by none other than his great mate Jack Ginnivan as he came off the ground who was laughing. But
it's not even their defense. Like they've got really no one to help Larky. I don't really think they've got that play that can assist with Larky and provide like a target up forward. I know Darling, but he's on the out just about anyways. Not really sure with North Melbourne. It's just, you think they'll make the rise and take the next step. I think it's again all about their start, whether they can get off a winning start or if it's just going to be the same Same old disappointment. Honourable loss after honourable loss. Clarkson could be in a bit of trouble though for sure if he doesn't get his plays going this year, because it didn't look good in that game against the D's.
You just don't do that in February. He can't help. He really can't help himself, I don't think, can he?
Well, it's just an unbelievable mark.
We haven't had any injuries in this game so far, at least, but there's still 17 minutes to go, so I can't be talking too early here.
Don't be.
Hard with the blind snap. English.
Did you get it?
He's just everywhere, isn't he? And nice work. If that's Hardy Jones, then he has genuinely been just about their best player. I think he's been their most lively forward. He's just provided so many opportunities. He's kicked 3 goals. Could be lining up for his 5th in theory.
Every bit the dangerous small forward the clubs crave.
How do they keep getting so many solid forwards in their team, the Dogs? Seriously. Imagine they still had Jamara in there.
Step up and play this role. He's giving every indication tonight.
Brodie Smith didn't carry your midfield.
Still 3 goals.
I think there's a lot more worries than just losing Brodie Smith for Adelaide.
Up to the chin for Cam McKenzie.
Oh, why is it? I don't even know when fucking every time I click the button, I'm just gonna reset the Bulldogs score card.
Nervous as that one was carried through the air. Butterick been another positive as we've discussed. Was able to take the mark.
Here's another player, Kennedy, the pickup from Carlton. Like, he's had a great first year at the Bulldogs.
Reset, please.
Again tonight, like this year's going to be no different. He adds to their midfield mix.
Lob.
Is Ken Hinkley full time on Fox Footy this year? Or is he just like having a part-time sort of pre-season gig?
Raz is being held.
I haven't really taken any attention to the umpires in this game, to be honest. Have they been that bad?
Can't do much more other than just go back again, this time with instructions to switch to the outer side. Battle.
I don't think they've made any horrendous calls. No one's really been complaining. Apart from you, like, you're the first person I've seen really complain about them in the chat.
Sam Mitchell would want to see some penetration from the back.
Oh, all good. Official aura.
All night rather, and the Western Bulldogs have held them in their half. This sort of stuff hasn't happened much at all.
McDonald trying to give them some run.
Well, you want to be moving players like Brodie Smith on anyway, so yeah, the Crows will have players filling his role. Well, let's see, Hawthorn. Oh, where's Mitch Lewis? I cannot see him anyway. He's not getting the right spots. Although not really. Why is Newcomb their target? Ball. Surely that's. Yep. Nice work, Butler. I like his game. I like his game. The dog score's broken. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know why it's not updating as I ticked along the goal tallies, but whatever. I'll just type it in. It's just when I do that, it just causes a freeze in the stream, and it's pretty shit. Was something happening in the Saints game and the game I did before that, and I thought it was all sorted. It was actually working in the first quarter, and then it returned as come to expect nowadays with these streams.
Applies the pressure. Sometimes others get the reward. Sometimes he does. Sometimes no one does.
At what stage, Kenny, do both coaches start to think about Bontempelli and English and these sorts of boys with an eye to the first or the opening round, first game?
I think now's well and truly time. I think they could easily make sure they get through to next
13
week.
minutes 15 to go.
You've had 3.5 quarters of what you want to see.
Davidson.
Bont now up here forward, so.
Bont gives it off.
Stymied on that occasion, as you saw.
The fans are trying to find their own entertainment in the game. It's a pretty good crowd though. I'm going to say like over 5,000, looking like most of the hill is packed out.
First look through the middle, I reckon, for a long time.
Found Ward. Now McDonald.
Genuinely their first look through the middle of the Hawks. Why couldn't they have done more of this earlier in the game? Lewis v Lob. Nice running. Is that McDonald? Been one of their best again. I know the score's wrong. I just can't be fucked every time updating and freezing the stream. I have to fix that for the opening round game. Otherwise, I'll make a new scoreboard in the short amount of time I'll get. Nice run from the Dogs. Hines. Strong mark. Liberatore. He'll give it back to Bont. To English. It's the stage now. You don't need to be playing these players. You don't need to be having Bont in the last 10 minutes. You don't need to be having English. They've shown exactly what they've needed to show. It's a freaking pre-season game. How are you? Stat chat in the chat. Oh, it's been a solid game for bits and pieces. Hawthorn really proving their rustiness still is in full effect this pre-season. The Dogs, yeah, have been better all game, really. I feel like the score doesn't even reflect how much more dominant they've been, but Hawthorn, yeah, lots of mistakes they've made. They haven't really been taking the game on, and their defense has been very shaky. The 103 plays 66. It's going to cause a freeze onto the stream again. It's all right though. We'll come to expect that.
Lauren, you got another update down there on Mackenzie?
I do, Hutto. He's gone into the rooms, which we thought was for a chin treatment, but he's actually being looked at for concussion. So now both he and his opponent, Riley Sanders, undergoing head injury assessment. So not what you want to see at this late stage.
Concussion protocol possibly here for one of Hawthorn's players, Mackenzie. Didn't even see the incident though. Ward's been finding a bit of it. Will there be? Yeah, there'll be a tipping comp. Why would there not be a tipping comp? What would be the reason behind that? Brings the community together even more. So definitely we'll be doing one and announcing that in the coming days. Hawthorn and a trade pick for Will Day and Zach Butters. Perfect win-win comes from Adelaide. Would you be risking it? Would you be? Well, so you're saying Hawthorn? I mean, for Hawthorn's sake, you might do it, but what pick are they going to have in the draft anyways? Heading into 2026, the next draft, what will their high pick be, or is it, I guess, depend on their ladder position? Have they traded on with any club? They'll probably get like pick 14. It'll probably eventually be around 14, 15. I could see it working. It's not a bad proposal to just throw around there. But I don't think the Hawks would want to do that though, because I think they'd still trust the ability in Will Day to be one of their best players. Hopefully he has a quick return back into the game for Hawthorn. Interesting. Do you think Hawks would be a bit overrated? Yeah, I think they're still overrated by quite a few. Yes, they finished off last year quite strong, and they've got a strong team morale and all that, but I don't know. I just think there's going to be some stuff lacking in their engine room, I reckon, in the midfield. I think overall that's going to be their biggest weakness. Could cost them a few games, and it did last year against some of the top sides. But even if they were smashing the Dogs in this game, you can't really read pre-season hugely. So they're certainly taking a lot of the intensity out of this game. They haven't really shown the intensity from the first bounce much. Yeah, and an AFL fantasy comp, Alana Parsons. I'll make a draft league, or should I make just a classic? No, I'll make a classic. I won't make a draft league. I'll just do a regular one. Could also do Supercoach as well. So I've got another bunch of my mates that are wanting me to get into Supercoach this year as well. So I could do two at the same time. Cheers for the $10 donation. Who was that? Can I read the name? 23293. That's the name that's giving me. I fail to believe that's your actual username. Who do you honestly think can get the flag? Eagles fan here. It is hard to go past Brisbane. It really is. Baker has put it through. Another one for the Dogs. Yeah, it's hard to go past the Lions with just continuous addition to their side. They don't seem like they're deteriorating, and it doesn't seem like the hunger's really going to go away. I think, yeah, at any team's best, Brisbane's best is going to be the best in the comp, and they've only gotten better. And they got lots of. They've probably got a top 3 young core in the comp as well, so might mean they'll be good for a very long time as well. I don't really see them dropping off like a maybe Geelong could in the next few years. Collingwood certainly will. Brisbane's the easy pick though if you want a wild card pick, and I can't say St Kilda. I don't know if Sydney's a wild card pick, but I'd be very close to backing Sydney to go on all the way. I just don't know how much trust I have in the grand final. I don't know how much trust I have them to actually do it in the final day. They've got some sort of a curse put on them.
Western Bulldog fans will be excited. They'll be excited about what you said earlier. They haven't given up goals from that number of entries.
12 views. I just posted. I'll watch it when I wrap the stream up. Go time. Give it a 13th view, but hopefully it's got a few more by then. I'm a Brisbane fan. I think we'll go as far as the prelim. What's making you believe you won't go all the way to the granny again and go for a three-peat? Because if I was a Brisbane fan right now, I'd have chocker block full of confidence. I'd be thinking, yeah, three-peat all the way. And Watson has been their best small forward in this game. Look at that. He's been one that hasn't stopped trying. Treating the preseason game like a real game, taking high-flying marks, kicking goals from all around the ground. I think he's only kicked one because he got called back. And he once again gets called back for whatever reason. Should have just been a goal. Move on. I can't get used to Ken Hinkley on commentary. It's weird enough, eh? He's done well, though. Showing a different insight to the game as a former commentator. I think he's going to be a full-time panelist, full-time commentator.
Yeah, well, that's a goal assist for the big fella Lob. Watson puts it through.
Yeah, but new voices you got to get familiar to. I hope it's all right. I wrote 20,000 words on my script. 20,000 words. Jesus, that's... How long would that have taken? That's the thing, right? I haven't even done my script yet, and I'm supposed to have it sorted for tomorrow's morning. I'm going to be up all night if that's the case. If I'm going for 20,000 words. But you don't need a script. Are you like? Did you just read word for word, or do you not just have a couple of dot points for each team?
Well, Ken, you'll learn that pretty quickly. Won't be any mistakes up here.
11-6-72 plays 17-7 109. We've got 7:42 left in the final game on the Friday for the Amy Community Series. The Western Bulldogs will come out as victors here. It will just be dependent on by how much. As another $10 donation gets put in the chat by the same person. I, again, don't really know if that's the name that you've got as a profile. It's just giving me a random number, but he says I agree. Brisbane are far too strong, and given that they've proven that they've been able to do it twice in a row, there are no doubts in my mind that they can't do it 3 in a row. Like we saw with the Hawks, and Richmond almost did it. But yeah, Sydney would be another high rising side. They'll be back in the hunt for the 4 and the flag. And maybe it's the Dogs. They have a tough start though. I think they've got the Lions away. Doesn't get much tougher than that. And then the week after, I think they've got... who do they have the week after? Is it Adelaide?
Should work hard to the end, Kenny.
Not fully sure.
Yes, I've got 7 more minutes.
Moraes back into the middle. Newcomb.
Yeah, disappointing I couldn't get my scoreboard fully working tonight. Just didn't want to I just didn't want to refresh without caused camera stream delay, but whatever.
4
hours. I was expecting more. 4 hours and 20,000 words. It doesn't even sound that bad.
Just a little too tall for Jones that time.
How much of it was just, you know,
Chris Fagan's
crap you didn't use? 20,000 words. That's
He'll be right onto the fact that
what do you? If the video was 25 minutes, that's 1,000 words a minute. That's it doesn't sound right.
One thing the Bulldogs should be aware of.
Chola's been completely unsighted. Is he like battling an injury or something? Look at him. He feels like he's just hobbling away. Or is he just unfit?
Very good.
Suns
Providing really nothing for them.
to West.
And they're not trying now. Many open Bulldogs players, you can take your pick.
That's the
Pick your
Hartford Colours
poison.
again. So fourth intercept mark.
Is that Riley West?
Intercept marks by anyone for the game. Started the game brilliantly and finished strongly.
Another tick for the Bulldogs, isn't
Yep,
it?
it
There's
is.
a player that, you know, he tried to leave and they said, no, we need you, we want you, and they
Pick the D's to come last without the top 3 mids, but look good in the mids.
And if he has a year like he's played tonight,
Lindsay,
they'll be very, very
Langford,
happy to have kept him.
they're developing nicely, aren't they? They're starting to miss a couple of these shots here, the Dogs, just making their scoreboard accuracy not look as good.
Well, if you need
And
that
fucking
number,
me around with the
were short on tools, down back, smart decision, and you know that. But then
The
they've got to
fucking
convince
scores.
him to come back and be happy enough, and he clearly is.
From all accounts, he is. Yeah.
But then this also,
Shit, mate. Cheers for these donations. You really didn't need to do all that.
it's, you know, yeah, you can
You
argue
really didn't have to go out your way. Do you do betting? Not really. I haven't really got a lot of advice to give.
An exciting Bulldogs.
You could have been making enough
Scrambled for
yourself with
the
the sports bets to justify these donos.
Took that out on Bailey Williams.
What is the best way to make sure the odds on you are on your side?
I don't want to go too early, but I love what I'm seeing.
Well,
yeah,
I just think he's gonna be
I guess form, history,
There's not much of him out there in front
and
of him. He has a go.
Still raw, isn't he?
taking the safe bet. So as opposed to going, if you're doing multis, I don't know what you're talking about specifically, but if you're going like a 10-leg multi, you got to be smart with it. You're probably going to lose more often than not and quite quickly. But if you just play your margins right and just go for like the smart bets that are more than likely to hit, like I don't know, Aaron Norton for 1 goal, Bulldogs over 90 points. I don't know, it's just an example. Something that's more likely to hit, and a lot of people end up actually making more overall than not. But I'm not one to give advice.
Follows up. Richards able to pull it out of
Because
there,
I
and
just
then
bet
kick
for
it all
fun
towards
every now and then.
forward.
Lose more than I win. Enjoy fantasy more than betting though. Less than the line, it's more. I think it's more rewarding, honestly, because you don't have the risk of losing money all the time. It's more tactical as well. 4 minutes to go.
Meek. Now stuffing around with the
Jesus,
ball.
this Hawks defense is real rusty at the moment. You'd think with Barras back into the team and
hard work.
knowing that it's a real season game in the opening round that they would
And you see the effort of the
sharpen up on
Bulldogs.
some of these freaking efforts, because it's pretty disappointing. Like Weddle disappointing, Sisley disappointing, Battle disappointing. Are you driving up? Yeah, I'm driving up tomorrow. Probably get there 1:30ish, maybe 2. I'll have to meet you though, so you'd have to probably get there early enough, because I need to get in.
Aware of Hawthorn's model a bit more than they have been in the past, so that'll be the challenge for
I think
Sanders.
Jacob Smith might have 70% owned. If you're not owning Jacob Smith now, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, they've been up and they've been visible for a year and a half.
Like you just either you don't know how to play fantasy, or you're just picking players that you like. But it's just
I'm going up
obvious to
okay,
pick
so it'll
him.
be interesting to see whether
You know,
we'll see a
his
bit more
price
movement.
and his possible to score really highly straight away. And it'll be a lock in the team for the full year. Are you able to drive Sammy back? Because I've got to drive Bitter back home now. Fuck. I'd rather not drive him back, to be honest. But I
Fred's getting
can
into the
drive
game,
him
Gary,
back.
is what you're saying. Oh, was it?
Or what? Why is Bitter not driving up? How's he getting there?
Ball goes inside, sliding mark that time.
3 minutes left in this game.
By Sisson. It's a little
I don't know if I'll be as keen now to,
just a bit of cramp
because the thing, the game that I'd be covering, the only other game I'll be able to cover for the preseason would be the final one between Port Adelaide and West Coast, and I don't really care for those two teams in pre-season, let alone the real season. The two of the least excited I am to watch sides.
You know, there's a lot.
Nice work there from Hill.
Hit moments.
Battle.
Send in for 2 or 3 minutes and
Goes short.
not pure
Meek.
midfielders.
Once again, set up all right, the Dogs. Not a lot of movement in the forward line.
Yeah, you look
Not
at the
enough
other side,
leads
Kennedy,
been
Brooke
presented.
Bailey,
Meek is going to
Richards,
go real freaking high.
Sanders even was around. They just seem to have a few more.
And English
Bit of volleyball.
will fist it out, and they'll clear it once again, the Dogs. Yeah, solid game, 4 quarters wise. First quarter defense is shaky, but they've really locked in since then. He said he will get the train, but wants to get driven. But what the fuck's the point of that?
Final 2 minutes.
If you're able to drive there, you shouldn't be asking for a lift back. Just take the train back.
Tackling from Richards.
Nice, Richards.
Jai unhappy, but not sure.
How is Newcomb still out there? I'm surprised. Maybe Sam Mitchell is like, you know what, we want to get the best match fitness possible in preparation for next week, so we're just going to keep our stars out there and run the risk of a really silly injury in the last 2 minutes, which shouldn't happen. Still out there, though. He almost did a lever. He did almost do a lever.
Norton at the back. Bontempelli versus D'Ambrosio.
Has Bont kicked one yet today? I think he's missed a couple. And there's another one in the goal square the Dogs will clean up in Norton.
On the end of it all,
How many's Norton kicked today?
quality in that.
Kicked at least 3. Getting an even spread of goal kickers as well, the Dogs, so it's good to see. I'll list them out. Jones with 3, Croft with 3, White. So some of the lesser known names, to be honest. West with 2, Norton 2, Liver, English, Baker, Fraser, Davidson. All without some big names in Darcy and Waitman. He should actually have to pay you for $10 petrol money in theory. Because that's probably what it's going to end up costing. But like, I don't really charge people for petrol money. I might, if I drive up to Gatherend this year with people, I might actually do that. So it's just saves me money, I guess, for good shit and Gatherend, some beers and accommodation. Or car accommodation, it could end up being. Top 3 locks for sure. I'm not sure about Nasai, to be honest. I don't even know if I'm sure to have him. I think his scoring won't drop, but it's not as much of a guarantee as some of the other players. He's also like the 3rd most expensive player, isn't he? Like 4th most. But I'm tempted to. It'd be tempting not to put him in the side for me, at least. But yeah, haven't really sorted out all of that stuff yet. I'll talk about that in the next stream. I'll be a little bit more on top of it. Geordie says, I won 2 tickets from Saints Nation for the game. So who are you giving the 2 tickets to? Was one of those tickets to me? Or do you still have a spare one? I know someone that would actually like to go. Obviously, there'd be people that want to go to that.
I've said that so many times, but it's just been so exciting.
2 goals.
Would have been issue drive me near yours.
Should have kicked before.
No, I can drive you back, but all I'm saying is I might have a couple of things to do afterwards, so I'm not going to just be able to just go back straight away. So Butler couldn't put the good work to a finish, and that's the game. Not the most enthralling contest, but the Dogs got a solid win. It's a good practice match for them. They got more out of it than the Hawthorn. A couple of question marks on the Hawks. You still have one more spare. I guess worst case scenario, if the one that you have doesn't work, I'll just use that. No, it doesn't mean anything. It is pre-season, but I still wanted to watch the game and see how both teams hit out against each other with not too many more pre-season games to go. We're getting close to the real stuff next week. I'll yeah, have more going on in the opening round streams. There'll be more energy. There'll be more of that. More energy in the chat. Hopefully the games are high quality and a high standard. There's still a thunderstorm warning in my area. I don't think we got a single raindrop all game. I thought the rain was going to come earlier. It might have missed. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get an Uber from near yours. I'd rather you not have to do that. I can just take you home. It's a 15-minute detour anyways. Talk about it off the stream though. We don't need to talk about it here in the chat. You might have underrated the doggies this season. Where'd you have your ladder predictions already sorted out? Have you got the dogs quite low? This isn't going to change where I have the dogs though.
Bevo's always been really big on our best foot forward in these practice games.
What's happening with Sanders though? I do want to get a possible check on him. Because if he's getting a concussion test, then he's probably not going to play next week against the Lions. Assumingly he doesn't pass and he won't be able to play. How many disposals did he end up getting? Because he was their most prolific ball getter. He had 26 at the end. Bont with a 29 and 0 goals 2. I'll have a look at the stats real quick and read them now. Tim English wasn't as influential in that last quarter, but didn't need to be. Libba ended up with 23, 10 tackles, as you'd expect from Libba. Richards bumped up with 6. Yeah, it's the stats don't reflect that much of a Bulldogs dominance, but it was a lot more on display if you watch the game. We're in front all game as well. Tackles even. Where's disposal efficiency? That would probably be telling, wouldn't it?
Had a really good time, so I'm glad it went smoothly, and yeah, looking forward to getting into the season.
Yeah, not amazing. I think that's lower than the AFL average.
Thank you.
Tim English, what a game he played.
You're heading off? No, you're all good. I'm trying to figure out when I'll be streaming next. It'll be Sunday night ideally. Otherwise, maybe one little stream on the in the lead up to some of the opening round stuff next week, because there'll be lots of stuff heading content-wise on the channel, but on opening round as well. There'll be like 4 games I'll probably stream, and I will try to see if I can get a guest or 2, even if it is via online. Could still work. The storm should pass by. I think it'll be raining in Ballarat though tomorrow morning. We might be good for missing it, but I'm not sure. Wildcard will be more interesting than the rest of the top 10, but lots of teams could make it. Yeah, well, you guys will find out where I have all these sides when my ladder predictions are out soon. So be on top of that. Be on the lookout. Solid stream. It was good for bits and pieces. But yeah, we'll get them more of a high quality, and I'll hopefully be more on top of the teams as we head into the footy season. I'm still semi-rusty. It is pre-season. So hopefully get more genuine football discussions going on, more intellectual ones. Bring the Kahoot. Yeah, there'll be more Kahoots on the streams as well. Yep, even these streams. You'll see when the opening round streams start kicking themselves off in 2026. We'll be doing a stream tomorrow. Not tomorrow unless I randomly do one IRL at the footy, but I probably doubt it. I probably doubt it. I'll have too much other stuff to worry about. But yeah, cheers for those that did stick around. If you guys could hit the like button, and if you haven't, check out the last couple of videos on the channel. And yeah, I'll wrap the stream up now. Thank you for watching. Cheers.